This is the HFD Podcast. Come in, sit back, relax, join in. We'll be going live shortly. Hello and welcome to another HFD podcast. Wherever you may be, if it's a good morning, could be a good afternoon, a good evening, wherever that is, how you going? I'm KP. We got the big man, the Aussie Seth Rogen is back.
I'm back.
How you doing, man?
Good, yourself?
I'm good, man. I feel good.
You're looking pretty happy there.
I'm always happy, man. I'm a happy guy. You know that.
I'm back. I'm still in the back seat here.
We've put you at the back because you said to me before it's not introducing anymore. It's because he comes on almost fortnightly. But you said when we got guests, you want him at the front.
Well, yeah.
That was your thing, wasn't it?
I reckon, because then it really showcases the guests.
That's it. So on that note...
They don't get lost in the back,
So on that note, Lucas, how you going, bro?
I'm doing well.
You good, man?
Well.
I reckon he's more than a guest now.
That's what I said. I said he's like... I'm not going to say guest. I'm going to say because he comes on fortnightly,
That's right.
he's Lucas,
It's
man.
old news now. It's old news.
He's Lucas.
But
He's
guys,
Lucas. We still got his thing to bring up for him every time because...
Lucas,
we got to do it.
we got to do it.
We got to do it. That's how we roll.
Support Lucas on Twitch, guys.
That's it.
Hey everyone.
How's it going, guys? Everyone in the chat.
Listen,
how you
everyone's
going?
saying hello. How are you? It's Dobster. Reborn. Lovely to see you again. He's a big supporter of us, Reborn, now,
We love
which we
Reborn.
love. So
We love Reborn.
Champion Hooks is there, always supporting us. I don't know what that means. Next week, this will be called the SSP. Is that a thing? Is that for you, Lucas? Is that a...
No, I don't know. Tell us what it means, double.
Is this the start of the division? They've already got two of them. I played both of them. Go support the SOP, man. There you go.
Gios.
So,
Anyone new in the chat, make sure you like and share and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button, guys. It really helps us get noticed
all that funky stuff, you know.
by the algorithm, you know.
That's it.
There you go. Subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe and
Jess is there. Hello, Jess. Hooks is saying hi to me and Chris. How you going?
Jess, how's it going?
Hello.
Oh, SOT Squad Pod. That's what they're saying. They're saying you're taking over, man. You know what I mean?
Taking over, man.
You're taking over. You're man of the hour.
Definitely not taking over.
So before we even start chatting, we always say it every week. If anyone wants to tell us if there's any problems with the audio, visual, anything, just
If you guys can hear us, all right.
Let us know.
Let us know if there's any problems.
if not,
We'll, who's that? Hi, guys.
that's Gio.
Gio.
Gio's saying, hey, boys.
I love his
Gio.
little picture there.
Yeah, Gio's...
got
Now, on that picture, I believe you guys...
Chris
said
Goff.
to me, you guys have got a mate that drew them both for you. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
One
For
of my
you
moderators.
and George.
Yeah, so she drew the same style profile picture. So George has got a little Boba Fett on his shoulder.
Yeah,
That's the
And
best.
and mine was just a profile picture of me.
yeah. Well,
which
that's
is
that
nice.
one that we brought up before.
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
So, yeah.
We just stole ours from Snapchat.
Well, it's not stealing because you're allowed. It's not actually stealing. It's not actually stealing because when you go on Canva and that, you're allowed to upload your Bitmoji, which is because they're in conjunction
Yeah, yeah.
with
Oh, yeah.
with Snapchat. So it's for you to use. So
Yeah, well, there you go.
you know that logo. See that one at the back there.
Yeah.
One day we were just like, John had the idea of having HFD on an angle and that.
Yeah.
And I just went on Canva. I just went like that and I just logged up and I was in the group chat. I was like, boys, what do you think of this?
It was good.
And they were like, I loved it. And then we're like, oh, John. I was saying to John, he's my best mate. I'm like, John, man, it's $50 each, man. We paid someone to do that for us. You reckon we had John going for about a week?
Yeah, that's right.
That was the
Big
best
shout
one.
out to my friend Donnie that just rocked up and Chris Goff.
Donnie Macri. If you were Greek, that would mean Donnie long distance.
Long distance. No, that's actually Italian.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Donnie. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Beth.
Amanda, my lovely fiance, Amanda.
Everyone's there. Our partners are always there for us, aren't they? It's all three of us now. The partners are there, supporting.
That's
They're
it.
there, always writing.
So how's your week, guys? How's your week been?
My week was good, man. Just,
Yeah.
the usual.
The usual.
Full-time podcaster.
I mean, that's the dream, isn't it?
That's the dream.
That's
you
the
know?
dream.
My Viking beard has grown another centimetre. It's getting there.
I shaved one a little
You
bit.
did.
I did. Sorry.
Jess getting a bit upset. He's getting a bit upset at the Viking beard. But I said to her, I said, just let me just grow it this once, because then I'll probably never do it again. Just come on.
It looks good, man. It just doesn't look good. Like the camera doesn't do it justice.
It doesn't. It's a lot bigger than the camera looks, isn't it? It's,
That's right.
it's, you know.
That looks wild, man. But no, we had a crazy week, especially at the Cooper's Ale House. didn't we?
Oh my
I was going
god,
to say, did you guys see what these two did?
dude. So Chris Goff has said the Don. Our version of the Stig isn't here at the moment, but he will make an appearance. Don't worry. The Don /
Don will.
Stig will be here. Yeah, I don't know.
No, we ate a lot that day.
Yeah,
But,
so Lucas has brought that up. Cooper's Ale House. How did you feel after that, man? Or do you want to tell the people what we actually did? Yeah, I'll let you feel everything.
Look,
Because there's obviously a few of them.
I don't have a graphic to show you guys, or haven't got a video. But we, if you go back on, was it 2 videos ago?
It was 2 nights ago. I think,
2 nights ago. So it's on our homepage in our channel. We went to the Cooper's Ale House at Jeps Cross, and we tried their monthly challenge, which is this Sarah Sanger. Now it's like a massive sandwich.
Well, I don't know. Lucas said before, sorry to cut in. He said it was good that I did it, but I can put it into perspective for people. I put my arm there,
Longer than
and it was longer than my forearm. So it was probably that length
yeah.
from there to there. That's how big it was, and
fatter.
it was thick, man. It was like
Yeah.
it was like that. It was huge.
Now I was going in thinking that it's like a 16-inch sub from Subway.
Yeah,
You know?
if that was that, I would have been able to finish it.
Yeah,
I'm saying
same.
it straight out.
Oh, of course.
But it was
wasn't.
not.
It wasn't, and it was.
It was not.
Yeah, it was just massive, and but you know what? It tasted amazing, especially the first few bites. As KP did mention, after a while it did
Oh, dude. So
get a bit too much at the end, wasn't it?
Jess has said she saw Chris eating a HFD burger. She was jealous. That wasn't actually today, though.
That wasn't today.
You know when the HFD burgers are on, we're always talking about them. That was from a while ago, and we just
That was a
uploaded
while
it.
ago, and that was tasty too. But yeah, that Sanger was ridiculous. So I feel like I have to redeem myself. Like I wish they had that every month.
See,
I'll
listen,
go back and redeem myself.
I reckon the big man actually could have done it, but he said to me, and I was telling John, he goes, I could have got to that level where I was in as much pain as the Big V challenge. He goes, but I didn't want to do it that time. So he could have probably done it, but dude, I was in pain. I only had half. Like it was, and I didn't eat any chips. I did not eat a chip. Because I looked at him like, this is done.
I could have gone like full on. You know how I went on the Big V.
That's what I'm saying.
But
he didn't want to be in that pain.
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. Like, is it worth it? That's what.
And he probably remembers that night Amanda bashing him for coming home and being on the couch. And...
Oh look, and I wasn't feeling it. Hey, I felt like I was coming down with something that night, and just didn't feel it. Wasn't feeling it, even though we had a lot of fun. And
it was fun. It was great to be on location.
If anyone's listening from the Jeps Cross
Cooper's
Ale House, you guys are legends, really friendly, and they let us go there and film live. So it was really cool. Yeah.
Jess is saying you did so good with that thing, man.
Which?
The sandwich.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jess.
And they even said that you got the furthest.
Oh, they did. Dude, there was people working. This guy come over and he was like, he looked at it and he went, I'll imitate him. He walked up and he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You got to eat all that by yourself. Meanwhile, it's only the two of us sitting there.
Yeah, no, it was definitely, out of our, not out of our league, but it was tough.
Yeah.
See, Amanda's agreeing with me. She says he knew I wasn't going to be dishing out the sympathy card this time.
No, that's right. So
dude.
Look, I didn't feel sick afterwards, so you would have. I've never seen KP.
He was paying
with
me
a
out
pop belly
because I come out and he went.
Never
He
seen.
looked at me and he went, shit. Because KP's actually got a belly. That was gone. I got rid of that.
Yeah, no, it was good fun, and definitely do a challenge again.
Hey, Johnny's saying hello.
Johnny G. How you going, Johnny G? You're supposed to be here, but you're not. But
It's his first night off of work, wasn't it? He worked 3 nights in a row.
yeah, we want to talk to him about a few things, but
That's it. What about you, Lucas, man? What have you been doing? No Super Sanger challenges?
No Super Sanger challenges. Not a lot. Just working and been playing a lot of Battlefield this week.
Yeah?
Getting into how much of a shit show that game is.
So they're saying that Battlefield and COD at the moment are both shit shows, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because it is the first year in, man, I reckon, since Modern Warfare, like going back, I've bought every COD since Modern Warfare, and this is the first year I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
So, pre-order, usually every year.
Really?
And it's the first year I didn't buy it.
Battlefield's hard. I remember playing Battlefield, and you just step out of
Yeah.
and you just get shot straight away.
But it's just because I heard all this stuff about him coming into it. I heard about Battlefield and COD, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not getting it this year. Like, I'm just, like we said, we want to talk. We do want to all the gamer fans watching, we were just talking about before we went live that we want to do a show dedicated, the whole show, to the state of gaming at the moment. So, you know,
That would
like
be good.
it'll be a real good show, like because we all love it. You know, like there hasn't been a good game since the shirt that Lucas is wearing, according to some people, and he's wearing a Super Nintendo shirt.
I
So
know. And I grew up a Sega boy. How's
yeah,
that?
exactly.
Oh, well, you're a Sega boy, yeah?
Yeah.
He was.
Oh.
Growing up.
See, I was a Nintendo boy growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like Sega, I like Sonic and all that. But
Yeah.
I was more of a Nintendo.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So you used to have
Yeah.
the Master System? What else?
Mega Drive.
Mega Drive.
Yeah, a friend of ours had the Master System, then we ended up getting the Mega Drive.
Yeah, 32-bit, man.
Yeah. Got to upgrade, man.
You
That's it.
can't be going with those 16
No.
bits
Yeah.
Master Systems anymore.
Just went straight from that to the PC, so I skipped all the consoles and
Yeah.
then I kind of went back and dabbled
Yeah,
in
yeah.
stuff later on in life. So.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to me this week, guys? I went to the dentist.
Oh,
From what
Now-
I'm told, it was just the first filling you've ever had.
Ever had.
really?
When he told me that, I'm like, what?
Now, let me tell you something, right? I used to be scared to go to the dentist. Now, from high school, I didn't go to the dentist for like years, man, because I was so scared.
Yeah?
And then this year, I decided to go, and I found the best dentist ever. Like, he's the nicest guy, and like, just makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's all good now. Like,
man.
I went
So you
twice
just-
this year. I
So
couldn't
you had a
believe it.
fear. You had a
I had
fear.
a fear, man. I was scared of going
But
to the
why?
dentist. I don't know.
I know people are scared of the dentist, and I always ask why.
I don't know. I just.
What's again? It's not
I
going to
don't
stab you
know,
in the head.
just the thought of them drilling into a tooth
Yeah.
is like just.
Yeah, I think it's
Scary.
more the psychology of
Yeah.
it. Because
Dobster said, I mean, lawn mowing sim and farming sim 22 is out, so gaming is in a good state, right? With a last cheeky laugh at the end.
yeah, we do like our sim games in our community every now and
Dude,
again.
do you know, I remember back in the day, George got this PC built. This is like going back,
Yeah.
I reckon I was 16. He got this monster PC built for the time, just so he could play this flight simulator back then. And they had these massive controllers.
Is it
you were in,
EL2 Geo?
like you were in a, George had this control, like you were in a plane. And
Yeah.
they would take off, right? And I remember he come home one night, he just played with his mates, and he's like, I finally took off tonight.
No, really?
He's like, I took off and then crashed. I'm like, so it took you 16 hours? He's like, yeah. And he was like, so pumped. he was loving it. He was like, oh, man. I took off and I flew for like 10 seconds and then crashed.
That's the best.
He was loving
I
it.
reckon it might be that World War II game.
I think it was. I think these, I remember, to my memory, they used to upload any plane you wanted. So you could fly a
Yeah.
World War II plane, you could fly
Oh, yeah.
an F-16, you could fly, you
Yeah.
could put any plane in there you wanted. It was like,
They did one of the flight sim.
yeah, it was like
I
IL-2,
knew IL-2.
Stumovich, there you go. And I remember this is going back,
Yeah.
let's say 16, so like 20 years ago. Like, and they used to get together just, this is back then, so it tells you how much those games are popular, isn't it? They're still going.
Oh, yeah. They definitely, they got a bigger market than ever.
Ah, see, he finally landed, not took off. I remember it was something lame.
I remember I was playing Battlefield 1941.
Yeah.
And I was with my mate Johnny Pitts.
Yeah.
He's been on the
Yeah.
and playing in the LAN party in the city, and I jumped into this helicopter, right? And I jumped into the passenger seat, and then he jumped into the
back seat.
no, he jumped into the driver's
Yeah.
seat, and then I didn't see it, and he just starts flying it, and then crashes, and I just die. I'm like, what the heck? And he's on the ground just laughing.
That's the best, man.
Yeah.
That was the best times in the LAN parties, man.
I went for one of my friend's bucks. He got married a couple of weeks back. For one part of his bucks, he did a 1942 land
Oh my
battlefield.
god.
That would've been
That's
cool.
how we met all together and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And we played for like a few hours in one evening, but we just put 60 bots on, had 4 or 5 of us
Yeah.
going around. Yeah, Battlefield, it's close to my heart.
We got Res North, man.
Oh, speaking, that's there he
8-10.
is. That's all congratulations, Res official HFD. Congrats. You got
Hey.
married a couple of weeks
Oh,
back.
congratulations!
There you
I
go.
was just saying about the land as part of your bucks that you did.
There you go, man.
Oh,
Congrats
that was
on your
awesome.
wedding. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If it's the first time you've come to a HFD show, please like, share, subscribe, all that
Yeah.
stuff. We love to have everyone in here.
But by the way, I was talking about the dentist.
Yeah.
They actually watch us as well.
Do they?
Yeah.
Shout out to,
Basically-
to the dentist.
Basically, when I go anywhere, I go
Just talk HFD.
like, share, subscribe.
Yeah. That's the best. Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, that's how you get your name
Business
out.
card.
There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
we're gonna get business cards.
Well, there was like I'm not. We were talking about before. There is something like some big news that we think's happening, but we're not letting it out yet, are we? I'm not
No.
going to say anything about it.
No.
My partner Jess knows, John knows, and you know that. And
Lucas knows now.
that's what I'm saying. You guys know. I'm like, I'm
Huge news.
I'm like so gassed. Like I was like I'd met Pele or something like. So
Yeah, huge news.
but if that finally comes to fruition, we were
Only fans. Yeah, probably.
Calm down. If that finally comes to fruition, we'll let that out. But yeah, Res North, man. If it's the first time you're here, please, yeah, like we said, subscribe to the channel, like, share, all
We
that.
are missing Gio, aren't we? Like,
We are.
yeah, he's like that missing wheel.
Gio provides a little warmth in us
His-
all, I reckon.
He does.
He's like, like when George Costanza says to Jerry, he's like every group has that friend that they make fun of, like us with the lane. And he'll know I said that because he's a Seinfeld fan.
No.
So
Well, no, I'm glad you guys had the good weeks, and
I did, man. I was like,
It's been good. Working from home tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about going to bed straight away. I can just relax.
So you're in like Battlefield, like
I could talk about Battlefield.
yeah, but
10
like
podcasts.
so your partner obviously is into COD.
Yeah, she's more COD.
Yeah.
I also played a lot of the CODs.
Yeah. What was your
But-
just quick question.
Yeah.
Best COD multiplayer ever.
Oh,
Multiplayer.
just-
Multiplayer.
multiplayer. Well, look, I'm really
Or your
old
favorite.
school.
Just your favorite, not your best favorite.
Favorite. I had the most fun probably in the first one, to be honest.
The
COD,
first
COD 1
COD?
or COD
Yeah.
2.
See,
COD
I reckon the best multiplayer ever is Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably when it's reached its peak.
Oh, that was the best. That game is the only game, and Johnny, if Johnny's still on, can remember, we used to say this, it was the only game I used to go online, and I like hundreds, like whatever people in your PSN network,
Yeah,
and everyone was playing Modern Warfare 2. It was the best. Like multiplayer, it was,
yeah.
what was the one that a couple of years ago that we used to play? Was it Elf Modern Warfare as well?
that was just normal. That was
yeah,
that was like a soft reboot. That was a bit lame, but but Modern Warfare 2 was
I thought, and
just I had the most fun with it. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
having fun.
'cause
Yeah.
I also I don't know who I was talking about it with
Modern Warfare 2, see.
Black Ops 1 was underrated for me.
That came out the year after Modern Warfare 2, and that
Yeah.
was fun. I agree,
Yeah.
it was good. Them two were real good. I
Yeah.
loved both of them.
Out of the later, like
Yeah.
for me, that's like a later one.
Well,
But
even after, because
yeah.
then the year after Modern Warfare 3 come out, and it was pretty much just Modern Warfare 2, so we all
Yeah.
loved it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just with new maps, like so we all loved it.
because we did, because with Black Ops, I had it on PC
Noob
and PSN. So
Yeah.
that's how much it was just like, so many people playing. It's like one group of us playing tonight on computer. I'll play with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Everyone's playing on the PlayStation. Play on there.
I'm gonna let out a secret, and I'm not even asking Johnny G for his permission. I'm just gonna say it. Modern Warfare 2, we were so upset that we couldn't get the nuke that
Oh, yeah.
that we went and we boosted. We were on our phones and we had the tactical insertion, and we
Yeah.
just boosted to get to 25 kills to do the nuke because it was an achievement to try and get it,
Yeah.
and like we boosted. And I remember there was this guy, this American dude, who was on the headset and he was like, "We got boosters, and me and John were just like, "Oh man, they're coming to get us, man!" Like it was something like, who cared? Like,
Yeah.
but it was.
My favourite was probably
Oh, Rob's in there. How you going, Rob? And he reckons last computer game you played was Pong. Sorry to cut you off there,
no,
Chris.
that's right. No, mine was probably World at War, the first one.
But that was the one before.
I've
That was
actually played
before
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2, and that was
one,
real good too. That
I
was
really,
amazing.
I really like
Yeah.
that one.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
The multiplayer on those ones, so go from World at War to Modern Warfare 3. So that includes World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, and then them
Oh,
Yeah.
were the best.
yeah.
The multiplayer was just the funnest.
I used to
It was-
love.
After that, it changed. It was, I don't know what it was.
I used to play on
It just,
Xbox.
yeah, I don't know. They tried to copy Battlefield a bit, and they tried to make these huge maps and that, and it just wasn't
Yeah.
COD. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they-
Go play Battlefield.
Do you ever play United Offensive for the first COD? Or maybe it was COD 2, I can't remember. It was an expansion.
George probably did. George was playing it on PC a lot more.
Yeah.
Whereas I started getting into it more with John and that on console. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Because that was the first time they tried to do it. They actually had vehicles and everything. It was like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
full
I remember.
expansion.
Yeah, actually, I do remember.
It's actually really
yeah,
good.
I do remember. Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember if it was for the first or second one.
George might know, but he can comment on that. But,
Yeah.
well,
I haven't played COD for a while, so
now, well, like you said, you play Fortnite. Like, those sort of games come out, and they sort of bashed COD and that around a bit. You know,
It is,
those,
but then-
and that's why COD brought out a Battle Royale.
Battle Royale's
Battle Royale
okay.
bashed it around. Like we're
it's
saying,
hard. It's hard to play Battle Royale.
they are. They're like they're the state of games at the moment, aren't they? Like,
Do you remember when we started playing Fortnite, right? When I was playing with you, how hard it was?
And now
And
we
then-
win.
and
Now
then-
we can actually win.
And then after everyone went to Modern Warfare,
And now we can win.
and then we can win. Because all the big players left.
Well, we're the best.
Yeah.
We started winning games.
BRs are hard. They take more time to get better at because you're not just respawning and going again. So
Yeah.
it takes
Yeah, that's what it is. So you've actually got to think because there's a consequence to being killed. So that's
and
what
then
it
you got
is.
to wait.
Yeah.
relog
You gotta
back in,
wait. Yeah, that's
server.
right.
Modern Warfare, you go into the gulag, man, and you got to
Yeah.
try to survive.
I like that.
I like that. I like that.
It's hard though. Like
Yeah.
I was playing the Battle Royale on
Yeah.
COD, and I just stepped out of like a shed or something or a door.
Oh, it
and
is.
I got shot straight away.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
where did it come from?
It is.
Yeah.
They just know where all the hiding spots are.
Oh, they do.
If you know the map, you know. So, but no, I
Black
like
Ops
it.
1, yeah, Hooks are saying, yeah, I agree. I agree, it was good. Oh, also, we've sat here, we've shot the breeze a little bit, haven't we? So we're gonna get into our first topic of the night. Not gonna be for long. We're just gonna do a bit of a crypto talk again, aren't we? So we're gonna bring that up. And
I mean,
in case you didn't know, Lucas is here.
Lucas is here, guys. So
We haven't told him that we're talking about we haven't told him we're talking about Hollow Earth yet. So
hello.
keep that.
Don't tell Jim. mate.
Don't
He'll
tell
get
Luke
upset.
he'll be cut. So
We love our crypto HFD.
we do. So we'll put it over to you for the crypto talk. And big man, what's the things shaking this week, man?
Look, I've been so busy this week, and I've been looking at my portfolio, but I haven't done any massive.
But still dipping at the
Moves.
moment. Things are dipping. And
They're like
it's like a
stabilizing.
bear market at the moment.
Yeah, no, we're not a bear market.
Nah.
We're still if you look at the charts, we're still in the bullish cycle.
Yeah,
It's gonna.
yep.
I think it's still going to go.
Yeah.
Just waiting on that parabolic move up, but
Hey Bill, how you doing, man?
the gaming stuff, like the gaming tokens or the gaming coins have
Yeah.
gone ballistic.
They would have,
So
yeah.
I had Illuvium. Illuvium went up like 60% yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, just like skyrocketed.
So-
If you see the game Illuvium, it's a really cool game.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you watch the actual
The clips to
the
it.
clips to it on YouTube, it looks awesome. So that's gone up. Yeah, a lot of the gaming ones have gone up, but a lot of the other ones like DFIs and
Yeah.
they've all gone down. So look, it is what it is. You have to just wait. But I've got some news.
Sorry to cut you there. Hooks has said KP favorite COD Zombies map, and I'm gonna go straight off and say it's either Der Eisendrache or I think it was called Call of Dead, the one with the Freddy Krueger actor.
All of the dead.
Yeah, Call of Dead. Call of Dead. It was the first one. Me and John. That was before we knew about Easter eggs and that. Me and John sat there just trying to get as high levels as we could, and we got to this. I can't remember. It was like a ridiculous high level. And I remember I got off my beanbag, and I was in a shirt, but I was stuck to it of sweat. And I got up and I was like,
Yeah.
and that was before we were getting into Easter eggs. And then
Yeah.
the Eisendrache and that we got into Easter eggs and that. And like, I loved the Eisendrache with the bows, like getting the weapons and that. And me and John, like, that's the first Easter egg we ever completed.
Oh, cool.
And that's why I love it. And we've done them all. That's why I said we want help doing Gorod Krovi because we don't. There was a glitch on console where you couldn't beat it. And
Yeah.
I think it took like 5 years because obviously that's Black Ops 3, which is how long ago.
Yeah.
And me and John want to finish that, but we need help now because we've forgotten, it's like, but yeah, to answer that question. And Rob has said apparently El Salvador was the first country to recognize crypto as a formal legal tender.
Yeah, that's true.
Today, I think that was.
Oh, was that today?
Rob is a bit in the finance side of things, so he,
Yeah, that's awesome.
so
Yeah,
he'll know a few things like that.
yeah. Well, apparently in Melbourne, there's Bitcoin ATMs.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that.
Yeah,
Apparently they did it because no one could come out of their houses.
probably. Don't.
I'm
Actually,
only
people around
I'm only
there.
joking.
I actually just saw in Victoria the other day, a friend of mine at work was looking up to see what the most expensive car was on car sales.
Yeah.
And it's a McLaren Senna that's in Victoria.
McLaren Senna, how much?
2.2 million.
Oh.
Got just under 3,000 on the case. Anyway, the point of the story is that you scroll through the ad and at the bottom it says we also accept crypto as well.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't even think there was a McLaren Centre in
Yeah, it's
like
like 1 in
Australia,
500 or something. It said.
Well, you know,
I did not think there would be a McLaren Centre in Australia.
Yeah.
Well, listen to this, right? Crypto.com.
Bill, it was, man. I'll let them keep going, but it was amazing.
So Crypto.com has just bought the rights to the Staples Center.
Really?
Yeah.
They changed the name already. It's not Staples Centre anymore.
It's called Crypto Stadium.
And do you know what the tweets were? There was people saying, they were like, only here we could get a worse name than Staples Center. People were drilling it. Like it's called, Crypto Center or something. It's like, and everyone's like, we had the worst name like in the world, Staples, like because it's like Office Works.
Yeah.
And like, they're like,
Well, anyway, look, that is a huge thing.
oh yeah, it's massive. It's massive.
I mean, Crypto.com's got its own coin, and it's gone through the roof. Like Amanda bought it the other day, and it was like really low, and she's like made a bit of gains. But
That's all right.
yeah, that's massive news because like that's mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Chris Goff is saying it's true. He still can't get out the door. When I said I was only joking.
yeah, because he's in Victoria.
I don't know if you know. Is Sick Nuts asking you a question, man?
He's talking about Port Adelaide.
Oh, okay, but do you want to answer it?
John Sins,
To Paul?
Dino,
Is Sick
Dean.
Nuts Dino?
That's Dean.
Why are you giving Dino's name away, man?
He's
You might want to
Sick
be
Nuts.
incognito, man.
I don't know much about him, Dean, so I'm not sure. I know that he's quick. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
Cool.
I don't know, man. Footy at the moment is dead to me, man. Because after what happened at that prelim, I'm still getting over it. Anyway,
Just saw a comment from Gio quickly earlier
I
about.
didn't see it.
He was just saying about how dare you guys don't do Hollow Earth without me kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
we won't.
I reckon we at some point in the future we need to do like a part 2 to Hollow Earth.
We have to
just get
just
really,
for Gio.
just get really into
So
the
listen,
nitty-gritty of
guys,
it.
if there's anyone in the chat that wasn't with us for I think episode 3, and we did the Rogan Files at the time, we did the Hollow Earth. So
We did.
if anyone wants to elaborate on the Hollow Earth theory, just post it in the chat for us, and we'll have a laugh.
Go back to episode 3 and look at the Rogan files, and
Yeah.
you'll find the
Tell us
whole
if we were correct or anything. But yeah.
Anyway,
continue.
there's big news, guys. I just found out that you can stake your Luna on Trust Wallet, which
And
is
so,
awesome. So
for people that don't know what Trust Wallet is, do you want to
Trust Wallet is just a decentralized wallet that you can hold crypto
have
in.
your
So
coins in?
staking is, if you don't know what staking is, staking means that you can make like it's like an interest. It's a reward for like staking your coins, like holding your coins into that wallet.
Well, staking is like mining sort of thing.
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
like mining. So, and you get, I think it's 6% every 21 days. That's crazy.
It's only Luna at the moment, isn't it?
No, there's a few other ones.
A few other ones. But
BNB,
Luna's the big one, isn't it?
Well, Luna, it's like $60 a coin.
But BNB is
So,
like $858
Yeah.
$58 a coin.
Yeah, so you can make...
So if you're getting maybe Rob can answer that. The
Well,
coin
Rob probably answered
BNB is worth $858 a coin. So 6.6% of that is
Yeah.
Rob.
So
I'm telling you who answer it
you
for
can
us.
make, if you had the coin and put it into your trust wallet and then staked it, you can pretty much make passive income
Yeah.
from just staking it,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous.
So Rob has also said Perth Heat, and then he said, "What sport is that?" Because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Have offered to play players in Bitcoin. Is this a cop out?
Oh,
Where are they
I
getting
don't
the
think it's a
Bitcoin?
cop out. I
And
mean,
have they got the Bitcoin to play
I
players?
don't
Though?
know.
What
I
sport
haven't
is
heard
it?
that one.
What's Perth Heat?
Perth Heat's like a baseball, isn't it? Is that baseball?
That's definitely a cop out because who plays baseball in Australia?
I'm pretty sure it is. I would love to get paid in Bitcoin.
There you go. Dobso said that for Rob. Perth Heat is a baseball team, I believe. So.
Yeah, it's a baseball team. Look, I don't know. I haven't heard that story. So
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
it's interesting though. But yeah, guys, you can stake your coin, so you can make passive income if you want.
I was trying to read on how staking works in the logic behind it.
Yeah.
I still didn't understand it. Like I was trying to because when I get into stuff, I just like to know the bare bones and work my way up from it. And I was trying, I watched a few things on it. And I got it, but it's still just in my head, just like
Yeah.
like how. But
It's like you're mining for them, basically.
Geo
Yeah,
and
and they're rewarding you.
work, so they do their work on the chains. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Geo has said, I don't think I gave Hollow Earth enough of a listen last time. I was too busy laughing. I promise I'll pay attention next time. Amanda's laughing at something I said.
Oh no. Hollow Earth is one of the best subjects that have been brought to this podcast. But yeah,
That's right.
look, staking is basically just making interest That's how I look at it anyway.
Yeah, at the top of it.
You can go fully into it and see what it is,
Yeah.
but it's basically like the mining sort of.
Yeah, that's what it is, I think.
Yeah, and they're rewarding you with tokens for
Yeah.
using their blockchain to do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they're giving you a reward. That's how.
Yeah.
But there's other things as well. There's this thing that I've found out now. It's called Velospad, and they're a launch pad.
Yeah.
And what you do is you stake with them.
Does
Right.
it launch you like that thing in the ROGEN files?
Well,
Or
it does.
so
Because
later when we put that up, we'll say this is Velopad.
well, Velospad's one of them. They've
Yeah.
got a few other. There's a few other launch pads, and what it does, the launch pad is it launches brand new cryptos before they go onto the market, so you can get them before they actually go onto an exchange,
Yeah.
right? So
I hear you, Amanda.
and you can get them cheap. And what happens is when you stake Velospad in the Velospad network, what happens is you get airdrops.
Yeah.
So they
It
airdrop.
sounds like you're playing COD, man.
Yeah, it's like COD, man. They airdrop you with brand new
I've got a care
coins
package.
Yeah.
before it goes to the exchange, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got them at like cost price, not
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
It's interesting.
Wingo, how you going, man?
So yeah, Velospad is awesome. So you
Yeah.
get some
Yeah,
some
cool.
really good stuff on there. But yeah, like if you want to know how to do all that stuff, guys, do your own research, and don't forget, make sure this is not financial
Oh, wait a
advice.
second. You got to look at the
You didn't
camera.
say
You
that.
got to look at the camera. Hi, guys. We're not financial advisors. We're just three guys sitting in HFD studio, shooting the breeze. We're not anything we say is not financial advice.
Do your own research.
Do
Do your own research, guys.
I didn't do it with as much oomph as last
No, you
time.
didn't. But no, do your own research before
Yeah.
you do anything, guys. Look, I can help out if you guys want.
See, Reborn said, but to get the airdrop, you need to get 4 kills.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Or
Definitely.
there are some launch pads that require a certain amount of money or a certain amount of coins
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get the airdrops.
yeah.
But Velospad, I'm not sure how many you need, but
Volume. Turn the volume.
we got volume issues.
No, because if it's going to echo.
Oh,
If he listens
yeah.
to it. Disclaimer, Robert said. Yeah, definite disclaimer.
But yeah, guys.
Chuck
So-
New 52 reckons he thought the RuneScape Grand Exchange was confusing. Now he's coming to it.
So,
Now he's coming to this.
So Lucas, how are you going with your crypto?
You invested into so
Yeah,
for the people that don't know, the first thing you invested in was Vra.
Yeah.
Vera.
That's my bigger one.
Yeah.
So
Now what are you in now?
I've left that. That's just staking, and then I'll reassess in March. See what they end up doing with.
Did you say steak?
I love that movie.
And then other than that, I've just kind of dabbled. I've just put a little bit here and there, just into about 4 or 5 coins.
Yeah.
And just kind of, I've more been watching than anything. I haven't
Yeah.
put like anything from stake.
But sometimes that's the best thing to do.
Yeah,
Remember we were
just
talking
so-
about it before that one I was talking about. Sometimes you just watch something and it's the
and I
right
kind of,
time comes.
You know, I've been doing it for about a month, so I've kind of just seen
Yeah.
the patterns, and I've seen like there've been obviously 2 decent drops in the last
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
That's when I bought some stuff. So, and I know it wasn't like massive drops, but I thought I'll just put a little
Yeah,
bit here, a
yeah.
little bit there, just so then I can kind of see how it affects it.
Isn't it funny? You said like you've been doing it for about a month. It was like, when you first get into crypto, like there'll be these memes like you think you're like Wolf of Wall Street. Like,
Yeah,
walking down the suit, but you're just this bloke looking at it.
Yeah, just check. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
check
yeah.
the graph, check the 24 hours. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been good, and
Yeah.
I'll just check it every couple of days and just see. And I've got a kind of money just sitting there. And then if I do want to pounce
Yeah.
on something, I can just do it.
Yeah.
And then
And
move
for
on.
people that don't know, you got into crypto because of this, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
HFD
Well,
Podcast.
pretty much because of
There you
the
go.
big man, and we're
Well,
talking
look,
about
these
it.
guys, they explained it pretty well from
Yeah.
a beginner's perspective, and and recommendations on what you would advise to a beginner and what to kind of go for, what to
Yeah.
look out for, and that
Yeah.
kind of. And then I started the next morning. I just started looking things up myself, and
Yeah.
then I started asking these guys questions.
Yeah.
off
No,
the
it's
thing,
look, it's definitely an awesome time to be a part of crypto. So
Oh, definitely. Well, it's just I think it's just the way the world's going, isn't it? It's like
it is the way the world's
so
going.
back in the day, if you had a stick of gold, you were
yeah.
the man, weren't you? And it's like now, it's like that's like the new gold or something.
It is
isn't
like it's exciting times, and it's gonna get crazier. I think in the next few months.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So yeah, get ready, guys, because if you're in the crypto, world, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And only put in what you can afford to lose, guys.
That's it.
That's the
What a-
biggest. That's the biggest one.
So is that the Lucas crypto tip of the week?
That-
Tip of the week.
You see that evolution? He's giving crypto tips of the
all
week
you
now.
can give up is $50, and
It's
that's
true
it.
though.
And
It's
you
so
can
true.
do without it. Do it.
It's so true. You know, it's like even like I'd say to people like, you know, that like bet like you gamble and that's like, man, don't. If you're willing to lose that $20, go put a multi on. If you're not,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
We taught that to Jim last week.
Yeah, that's right.
He
Yeah.
told him like, you know, if you got like a spare $200 or $2,000
Hey,
that's
there
not
might-
being used, and if you want to give it
That's right.
a go, invest it and see what happens, and you're not it's not gonna like, you know,
Yeah, that's right.
you're not gonna like lose your house or something,
Well,
or
listen, like,
not be able to live.
Everyone's
then do it. If you
everyone's
can't, then don't.
financial situation
Yeah.
is different. There might be a
Of course.
guy
It's
or a
hard, man.
girl that's got they can spare $50.
That's right.
There might be a person that can spare $50,000.
That's
Like
right.
everyone's financial
That's right.
situation is different. It's
And
you know.
guys, my tip of the week is if you guys really want to learn about crypto, there are some really good channels out there. Now, the one that
Oh my god, you're giving him a shout out.
I'll give them a shout out. The one that I recommend, they don't even need a shout out.
They're
That's
gonna
how
love
big
it
they
because we
are.
got more subscribers than them.
They're called Crypto Banter.
They're good.
Just type it into YouTube,
They're good.
and they go live every day. They do analytics. They do, you know, what the best coins are, and I've learnt so much off that YouTube channel. So I recommend go and check them out, guys.
I'm going to read out what Rob wrote there because it'll be a fact. He wrote, so, for your information, the accounting profession is catching up, having launched a new subject, digital finance for
Yeah.
young CPA accountants.
They need it, man, because financial people just don't know about crypto. It's not enough. Like, you go to a financial advisor, they don't know what it's. They can't tell you about it.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah. So, all right, well, Lucas is laughing, so I'll go on. The next one is, Wingo, imagine getting team killed. And then Chuck New 52 says, Lucas, let's start a band of brothers coin called Got a Penny. So what's that mean, man?
You think Band of Brothers? Anyone?
Yeah, not,
Anyway,
not much of it.
It's like a anyway. It's a World War II miniseries.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen much of it.
Anyway, there's a scene where they're watching like a film in a tent, you know,
Yeah.
before they go out and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And, anyway, and he's one of the funny guys. He's like just reciting what the lady's going to say. He's like saying it over and over again.
Yeah.
And then the way he just says it, because she goes, you know, got a penny.
Yeah,
And
got a
the
penny.
way he keeps going on
Yeah,
about it, he's like
yeah.
nudging the guy next to him. Got the penny.
Yeah.
Got the penny.
Well, maybe that's a coin you can make. Man, see, we want to make a HFD coin, don't we?
We do want to make an HFD coin. So there is actually, I said this the other week. There is a actual coin, and its technology behind it is to actually make people like normal people
Make coins.
can make coins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair enough.
yeah. So you don't have to have like, you know, all this computer tech.
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill was obviously answered to that and said, "Yeah, Wingo's imagine team killing." So,
It's
Wingo's taken over? I think.
Yeah, it's a little in-house thing where at what game was it, guys, that we were playing, and someone called out Wingo on like on a public comm,
Yeah,
and you know his name's Wingo, but his full name is El Chick Wingo, right?
Yeah.
But the way the person said it is like because he accidentally shot him in the back.
yeah.
He goes, imagine team killing Wingo, but like the way this, and it was actually being serious about it, and when we all heard, we're like, what the fuck, man?
So we got personal jokes in our podcast that we don't know nothing about.
I love it.
Yeah, but
It's the best.
just
I love
refresh
it.
what game it was, guys. I can't remember what we were playing, and then yeah.
Jess said she saw that create your own NFTs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can create your own NFTs.
Yeah.
NFT is a whole different ballgame as
That
well.
is. That's crazy, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit
Was
hole.
it Tarkov?
George is saying Tarkov too.
Tarkov.
Can't think of. No, how would it be Tarkov? There's no voice comms in that. Like with public. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let us know. But yeah, it was just a
So
little thingy.
we got a crypto tip of the week from Lucas. I'm gassed. Like I'm big up Lucas.
What's
Like
your
No,
tip of the week, man?
my tip of the week was that coin I was talking about before, IOTX.
IOTX.
Yeah, I think it's IOTX is the code.
Yeah.
And did we say we'll read about it a bit? We said that before, didn't we? So
All right. So it's getting me.
yeah, so the
information.
description for IOTX is it seeks to be an open network where humans and machines can interact with guaranteed trust, free will, and privacy. IOTX combines blockchain technology and secure hardware to enable privacy, preserving smart devices and networks. And what's the world run on now, mate? Smart devices.
Correct.
So, and that was like 10 cents at the start of the year, and it went up to 35 cents. So, I mean, if you had a lot of money into it, you would have made a lot. And now it's sitting at about 25 cents. So it's probably coming up to a good time. You know, like I said, not financial advice. Don't go get it unless you can
Yeah.
you can, but that's a coin I like the look of, and that's just like a normal coin on coin spot, and it's not a like a hard one to get to and that. So yeah,
Cool,
that'll be the
guys.
KP
KP is
tip of the week. Yeah,
he loves it. But no, I was impressed with.
Bill reckons he thinks it was cod, man.
No, it's
Yeah,
good.
it might be cod. Yeah.
It was good to get your insight of your.
Yeah,
your tip of the week.
that's the tip that kind of just stuck with me. Like for making any decisions,
Yeah,
that's the baseline,
yeah.
rule. So
Yeah.
No, you gotta
There you
have
go.
rules with it. So
Well, so we've had our little crypto talk, and now we're going to go on to a subject that, I mean, in our generation,
oh,
we're going to say our generation, it's a subject that people talk about. Like
this is a big subject.
they still talk about it today. So we're
This
going to
is a
bring,
big subject.
yeah, like it was in the thumbnail. Everyone's seen it there. Like we don't have a picture for it, do we? There's no, but it was in
don't
the
have a picture
thumbnail.
for it.
We're going to be talking about the Austrian OAK, Arnold Schwarzenegger, versus compared to the Italian Stallion, Sylvester Stallone. If anyone doesn't know, the Austrian OAK, that's his nickname for when he was Mr. Olympia. So,
I never knew that.
yeah.
I never knew that. He was
Well,
called
because what everyone's got to remember is before he was an actor, he was a star from that. Well, he was. He was, probably the best bodybuilder of all time.
that. Yeah.
I don't care what they say now, these blokes that can't walk through door frames and that. Like,
He had the best physique I've
listen,
ever seen.
he was chiseled. They said the one thing about Arnold Schwarzenegger was his right pec, his left pec, his right arm, his left arm were exactly the same size. There was none of this deformed, and he was just
Nah, he looked
symmetrical.
amazing.
He was
Yeah.
symmetrical.
Yeah, he looked
that
amazing.
was the difference. So
I loved. Oh yeah, I grew up watching Arnie and.
Bill has said, "Get to the chopper." I've got to have.
To the chopper.
You know what my best bit? You know, everyone loves "Get to the chopper," but do you know what my favorite bit about Predator is? It's not that bit. It's right at the start when he's
Dylan?
like,
With Dylan?
he's like, why? Yeah, he's like, why didn't you just call the CIA?
Come
And he's
on.
like, because some damn fool said that you were the best. Dylan, what's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils. That's the best bit. And he's like,
too many pins.
Nah,
yeah,
I reckon.
but just the way he says it, he's like, why didn't you call the CIA? And Apollo, don't even call him Dylan. Apollo Creed's at the back because he's from Rocky as well. And he's like, because some damn fool said that you were the best. It's the best. And like,
I like the part where he's like, when he finds out Dylan set him up, and he's like,
yeah, you set
"You
us
set us
up.
up. The CIA, the CIA, the coming. It's all of it bullshit.
It's the
You couldn't have
best,
stored
man.
anything
Yeah.
six officers in the grinder.
It's the
What
best.
happened to you,
It's the
Dylan?
best, man.
You used to be someone I could trust."
I know, it's the best. The best, man.
Oh my god.
I love that part, but
Rob says, which one does more of their own stunts? I
I
would probably say, I don't know this, but
probably Arnie.
yeah, I don't know actually. I
don't
wouldn't
know
know that.
either.
I don't know how
That's
to
a
answer
hard
that.
one.
But Reborn said, see, I love that movie, Reborn. He goes, I'm Detective John Kimball. Kindergarten Cop's a good movie, man. Best Arnie line is not even a line, it's just him. At the beginning of Total Recall, George reckons.
Oh, Total Recall's. I love
Total Recall's killer. They ruined it by remaking it with Colin Farrell and that. Like, they ruined, like, it's like they ruined Conan by remaking it. Listen, Jason Momoa, everyone loves him, but he's no Conan. I don't care what anyone says. He's not Conan.
No.
You don't make now that
Remakes
Arnie's old,
are,
just
yeah.
don't remake Conan.
It's like Back to the Future. They can't
No, you
remake it.
can't. Just don't redo it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
I know. I love my Arnie and I love my Stallone, but I don't know.
so. What's your argument side of things,
I
man?
think, look, Rocky was such an awesome drama, like, and it was, if you go into any Stallone movie, Arnie movies, yeah, they're really good and they're masterpieces as well. But I don't think they captured the drama as well as that.
But is that just because he didn't shoot dramas?
I don't know. What do you
Well, I'm
think?
just asking.
But anything after
Well,
Rocky,
I said this to you earlier. It wasn't Twins a drama. It was a comedy,
It
but it was a
was.
drama, wasn't it? It was like
guess
it was a
so.
story to it.
yeah, it was more comedy. Yeah, there was.
Kindergarten Cop wasn't really an
But-
action movie.
but-
When you actually think about it,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
But Rocky was like a.
Of course, Rocky was.
Well,
It was-
number one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
listen, Rocky 1 was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So I don't know. It's hard to. It's
Rob said remakes suck.
remakes do suck.
Yeah.
Remakes are just cash grabs.
They are.
Chuck New 52 said his Mr. Freeze is unmatched. Listen, I still don't know if your name is New 52 because you're supporting New 52 DC Comics, but you're talking about Mr. Freeze now. It's making me think that. So
There was he explained his nickname a while ago, but I can't remember
if
what
it's got to do with DC, let us know.
Yeah, let us know the lore behind your name.
Because I know the New 52 was when they relaunched DC Comics, but Jess has said Arnie is very clever and calculated. Listen, I've read his book, and for people that don't know, like, listen, his stardom starts with bodybuilding, obviously. If you haven't seen Pumping Iron, how smart this is seeing back then how smart the guy is. I mean, he went and took Lou Ferrigno out, made out he was getting drunk, got Lou Ferrigno smacked, and he was drinking water saying it was vodka. So the next day he could go out do him. You know, like he's smart. Yeah. And people might say that's that's an evil thing, bad thing, but it's like Jess is saying, it's smart. It's, you know.
Well, I've actually seen a documentary where he actually says that he was like got told that he would never be this, never be that.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Like the people used to laugh at him, go that because he used to tell him, "I'm going to be the number one person."
Yeah, he did.
In like in all of Hollywood, and they used to laugh at him.
Yeah.
A German accent kind of person. There's
George,
no way.
George is saying, fun fact, and this is actually true. I heard him say this on the Tonight Show. Arnie pretended to like the script for Stop or My Mum Will Shoot, and Stallone found out about it and took the movie so he could beat Arnie, and he knew because he knew it was going to be crap.
I remember that.
It was like Terminator. When he took Terminator, he got the script from James Cameron, and he wanted him to be Kyle Reese. And Arnie goes, "I'm the Terminator." He goes, "I'm not doing the movie unless you put me as the Terminator."
Yeah.
Well, that worked out well for him because he actually sounds like the way he talks English.
Yeah.
He's like a
So,
robot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Perfect.
This is my argument. We said it before. If you look at Stallone, I believe Stallone's got a lot of good movies. And he's got a lot of good movies. Like, there's ones that are underrated, like Cliffhanger and things like that. Demolition Man's even an underrated movie.
Demolition.
It is.
Love
But
Yeah.
he's actually only got, I think, two great movies, which is Rocky 1 and Rambo 1. Whereas if you look at Arnie, I think he's got Conan, great movie. Conan the Barbarian, the first one. Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Predator. I think they're
good, yeah.
Do you know that's what I'm saying? That's just me. Whereas they've both got all these good movies, but I think Arnie's got more
Top tier ones.
got more.
Whereas I think, listen, Rocky and Rambo, amazing. But
Other than that,
when you go into Rocky 2,
it's just very
like
stiff.
it was okay. We all love it because it's Rocky. Even Rocky 3, missed the tip. Like
Yeah.
it was Clubber Lang. It was Ketlow. It was good, but it wasn't. Rocky 4 was just propaganda. It was like it was, you know, like
Sure
it's just,
was with the Russian.
of course it was, man.
Even though it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. We loved it, but it wasn't the two actual greats he's got. That I don't know if anyone disagrees. See, Rob is saying Arnie more versatile, and I agree.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think, and I said to you before, I actually think overall, when you look at it, he's more talented because he's done more things. Look at it. He was Mr. Olympia. He was the top action hero, whatever. He was governor of California.
Yeah.
Like he's done all
yeah.
we put this cigar here today because everything we're talking about, all these people love cigars. Stallone, Arnie, JFK is coming up later. So we put the cigar here in tribute to that, didn't we? It's a theme at HFD, isn't it?
It is.
We really think about these things.
We
Do you want to know something about?
I want to know everything.
I've not ever seen
Which one?
any of the Rocky films.
You have
number
what?
Never.
Never.
Really?
You've never watched one Rocky film?
Listen, what I always tell people, you know how you said, do you know how this is my opinion, and people can correct
It's
me.
just one of those things that's just, it's not
That's
like I
alright.
intentionally haven't done it. It's just like, it's
Oh,
one
no,
of
let's
those
do
things that just
a watch along.
We've got to do a watch along on the podcast. People can correct me if I'm wrong. You know how you said before, Rocky the drama? And everyone can correct me if they want to. I actually don't believe Rocky's a drama. Do you know what I think Rocky is?
What?
I actually think Rocky 1 is a love story. What's the whole movie about?
But the drama is a love story, isn't it?
But what's the whole movie about? It's about Rocky trying to get Adrian.
Yeah.
And in the end, I mean, do you know the story of Rocky? I don't want to spoil the movie from
Not really,
the
no.
70s.
No.
Well,
It's all right.
in the end, in the first Rocky, he doesn't win. He goes 12 rounds with the Muhammad Ali of the movie, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't care that he doesn't win. What's the thing he cares about at the end?
Adrian.
Calling out to his love.
That's right.
Rocky, to me, is a love story. I think it's one, and it never gets counted as it. It's one of the best love stories ever made.
It's a love story, but it's the underdog as well.
Yeah, it's an underdog love story. And I believe, and people can... Jess is saying the same because it's true. Jess has never seen him either. But Rocky 1, to me, people can, like I said, correct me, it is one of the best love stories ever made.
It's good.
It's a great...
It's a
Rocky
great
1,
movie.
you got to watch Rocky 1. And you watch them all, just...
Rocky 2 and all the rest of them are more like
They're just the fighting.
fighting.
Yeah.
Whereas the first one wasn't... There's things about the guy that played Mickey.
Yeah.
And I said this to you earlier. What you got to look at is Stallone, I don't actually believe is the star of Rocky. I actually believe it's Carl Weathers. He's the one that's all up and boo. And I always say to you, a hero's only as good as his villain.
Yeah,
How
of
good
course.
was Carl Weathers in that?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
his
of course.
Mickey, his trainer. You know, there's bits in it that Mickey did that weren't in the script. I don't know if you've ever watched it. There's a bit, you know, when he goes to try get Rocky back to train with him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and he leaves his hat behind, and he walks out, and he's like, "Oh, that wasn't in the script. That actor did all that, added that in there for drama,
Okay.
like you're saying, drama. It was all bits, you know, like how they say Leonardo DiCaprio, like things like they add things
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
You know, like
yeah, yeah.
he just added it in.
Yeah.
Like Robin Williams used to do it. Like they're saying,
Yeah.
they're saying about Robin Williams, the reason he never won an Oscar, besides Good Will Hunting, is because all of his movies were ad lib. He just used to do things like because he was talented.
But
you
going
know?
back to Arnie, he never did a movie like that. Not really.
No.
No,
But that's maybe he
not-
wasn't. He knew what he was going to get cast in and didn't pick
Yeah.
him because he was smart. Like he said, he went and did Terminator. It was still Terminator was action, but it was drama and sci-fi. It was like everything in one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He still went and did like you look at Terminator 2. When the Terminator and John Connor are like bonding, that's drama, isn't it? Oh my god,
Yeah.
this kid's bonding
Oh,
with a
of course.
machine.
Yeah.
You know, rah, rah, rah.
It is. It
Underlying
is.
tone.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's sci-fi. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Rocky 1 was, it relates to people, the underdog, the love story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think Arnie captured that like Stallone did in that one movie. That's
Yeah,
what I
maybe,
think.
maybe.
But that's, I don't know.
I was saying it to you before, you know, like we were all saying about those lines in Predator, right? All those, stick around, get to the chopper. You know, if that movie wasn't made in the 80s and Arnie was now, none of those lines would be in it and Predator would be considered this,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, because they wouldn't add those things in it
Yeah.
now and it would be considered this masterpiece.
Yeah.
But because it's Arnie, you get away with it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, like it's, like I tried to show Jess Running Man the other day and she hated it.
Yeah.
But I think Running Man's, you know, because we
you-
grew up on it. Like, I love it.
Have you watched Rambo?
Yeah, the first one only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the best one.
But how many is there? 4?
Oh, well, there was the first 3,
Yeah.
and then there's like another 2 now. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I haven't seen the 5th one. But I've seen Rambo, and I actually think Rambo 4, it's when he was older, was
That was
actually,
awesome.
It was really good. Yeah, he
The
did
one-
well.
Was that the one?
The one in Burma.
Burma, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That was
Yeah.
a good one. He went crazy in that one.
see, Rob is saying doing Kindergarten Cop was another clever movie for Arnie that opened up other movie options, which it probably did. Like I said, the first 10 minutes of Kindergarten Cop there's this action, and the last 15 minutes, in between, there's no action.
Yeah.
He punches that bloke for hitting the kid. That's
Yeah.
it, isn't it?
I reckon the worst movie Arnie's ever done is that Junior.
Probably.
Junior.
That's
Yeah,
his
where
worst
he's
movie.
pregnant.
Or when he was
That's
Mr.
right.
Freeze. Those two.
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
even George Clooney says that's the worst movie he's ever made.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
listen,
what he does say that.
the problem with that happened with, listen, I collect comics, and Batman is the comic I collect. Batman to me is the best superhero, bar none, and it's because of his villains. Like I always say, the Joker's the best villain ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the problem is what they did with Batman is they know Batman is the most popular superhero, so they kept trying to make these movies to cash in on that.
Yeah.
But they just, besides the Tim Burton ones were good, the first 2, they were for the time, 89, 9, they were okay. And they just kept trying to cash in on his popularity, and they sucked at it, man. They got this crap direct. You know the only good casting in that movie, you know what it was? And he'd do amazing now, I think, is Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Because he fits that role perfectly. He's actually that role.
Yeah.
Carrey was good.
Yeah, because he's good.
Yeah.
Look at that cast they had. Jim Carrey, Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney,
No,
Nicole Kidman, and it
Nah.
flopped.
Oh, that's right.
No, that wasn't the same movie, but
Wasn't there that one?
no, that was the third one.
Oh, no, that was the one with Val Kilmer.
Val
Yeah,
Kilmer,
sorry.
yeah.
But even so,
Mr. Freeze.
George Clooney, Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
yeah. And those-
Yeah, that one,
and
sorry.
Uma
That one,
Thurman, Uma
that one
Thurman.
was even bigger. That was Tommy Lee Jones,
Yeah, Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman,
Val
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer, Jim Carrey, and it flopped.
Yeah.
You got this cast that's just ridiculous.
Because they were trying to do the same as Michael Keaton, like that one with the
Yeah.
Joker.
I don't know if Rob is telling the truth there,
Yeah.
but I think that's one of the best
Oh, look,
movies
Jimmy T's giving us a call.
online.
Yeah.
I actually think, Rob, I love that movie. That's an actual, I said that's a drama. I actually think that's an amazing movie. It's comedy drama, twins.
Twins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Rob's telling the truth there. But I'm going to take it that he is. But yeah, that Twins is an excellent movie. When he comes across as,
Well, yeah, I reckon it's like if you're gonna I reckon Stallone's probably better compared to like a Bruce Willis because they're on.
See, I actually reckon I like Bruce Willis more than Stallone even.
What are your thoughts on that? Bruce
Well, I
Willis
agree because think about it. I actually think Bruce Willis has more great movies than Stallone too.
Yeah, he's
Die Hard 1
more diverse.
and Die Hard 1, Die Hard 3 for me,
yeah.
both amazing.
Well, speaking of Die Hard,
And if you look at his new movie, sorry to keep going, Unbreakable,
I love Unbreakable.
he's
Yeah.
next level in that.
Well,
like,
Bruce Willis apparently in Die Hard, apparently Stallone was supposed to play.
yeah, I've heard that.
John McClane.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And what happened?
it wouldn't
was,
have been as good.
Yeah.
No, and what happened was, he didn't get the part.
No, it wouldn't have been as good.
And Bruce Willis got it.
Wow.
But apparently
Never heard that.
he only got it for some
Listen,
like because he missed out. Or I can't remember
Do
the whole
you-
story. If someone knows the story,
do
tell
you
us.
do you, do you like John Travolta?
I like John Travolta.
I love John Travolta.
He's
I think John Travolta's one of the best actors ever. Nah, but so in Look Who's Talking, who's the baby?
Bruce Willis.
Exactly. So there are other good movies, like they're comedies. What's that one? Jess can say it. What's that one with Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep where he plays the husband? He plays a comedy role in that, and he's hilarious. He's hilarious. He's the surgeon. Jess will say it for me. That movie, Bruce Willis is like it's got Goldie Hawn and they're meant to be the stars.
Yeah.
But he's the best bit of the movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's so funny.
He's a better actor than I reckon actually Arnie and
I actually think he probably is a better
Arnie
actor.
and
And so if I keep going, sorry, these are masterpieces. Sixth Sense,
well, Sixth Sense is awesome.
masterpiece of Bruce Willis. Like
Yeah.
that's a masterpiece.
Yeah, and he wasn't even.
So we
action.
said Sixth Sense. And then what's the one when he's playing the dead,
The what? Which one?
where he's dead, the whole movie?
Sixth Sense.
No, but sorry, there's Sixth Sense. Yeah, Sixth Sense, masterpiece. That one, yeah, where he's dead the whole movie.
And Die Hard's a masterpiece.
Die Hard 3, masterpiece. Unbreakable, amazing.
Unbreakable.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
there's a few, man. There's,
Bruce Willis, amazing.
Yeah, no, yeah. Better actor as well.
I actually think he is, better actor than yeah.
He's done heaps, hasn't he?
Pulp Fiction, Bruce Willis is amazing in Pulp Fiction. So that's with John
Oh, yeah.
Travolta and that. Like he's amazing in that.
Yeah.
How about this comparison?
Death Becomes Her. Jess named it for
Death
me.
Becomes Her.
He's
Oh,
like the husband. He's married to
I
both
haven't
of them
seen
in
that. Have
that.
you seen that one?
He's hilarious in it. Like at first he's married to one of them,
Oh, yeah.
and then one of them comes back all rejuvenated. They don't know why, and he
I think I have seen it.
and then it's
maybe.
because she's accepted. She's dead, and then they both
Oh.
become dead, and he's like the surgeon.
Yeah.
But he's hilarious.
Bill said Armageddon.
Armageddon's another amazing
Yeah,
one
that's
from
a
him.
good one.
So when you actually look at it, he's got more probably top notch than
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, legend. Yes.
Alan Rickman is a legend.
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fifth Element, yeah, another
Oh.
great one. See, Bruce Willis. Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to go past him, hey, isn't it?
Fifth Element is amazing. Like he's the Fifth Element. Him and Chris Tucker in Fifth Element. Ruby Rod. He's the best man.
Like, I just want to shout out someone that I reckon is the reason why these movies have been made, and I fucking love this guy. He is Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't for Bruce Lee,
Yeah,
I don't think he wouldn't have the action movies.
See, Bruce Lee was
He was the first one.
he
to
was a
pioneer
better.
them.
I agree. He's a great action star,
Yeah.
but he wasn't as good an actor as them.
No,
But he was an amazing martial artist,
Yeah,
and
but
he
he's
but he
explosive.
choreographed his own stuff. Yeah.
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 Do you like Bruce Lee movies?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love.
So listen, man, I love Van Damme. There's some Van Damme, like he was an action star at the time. He wasn't
Yeah,
as big
yeah.
as them, but Bloodsport, Kickboxer,
Oh, yeah.
Wrong Bet,
Wrong
like these
Bet.
were great movies.
Better than a cigar?
Yeah, Seagal I think is bottom of the barrel. For me personally, I think he's terrible, and he's a terrible bloke.
No.
Or do any of you like Seagal?
I don't mind. I
I
like
don't
his-
get. Not really, but
I just think he's bottom of the
He's-
barrel.
I just like how he's like the ultimate '80s cheese. In a
Do
lot
you know
of,
what they
like,
reckon
stuff.
about him?
Like just the ponytail.
They actually
and-
reckon about him. They reckon that he's like, the character that Van Damme played in Bloodsport, Frank Dukes, and they reckon it's all made up. They actually reckon Steven Seagal's stuff is just all a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went and trained. So he did train, obviously, because he's got quick. But they reckon all this stuff he says is just all made up. Whereas Van Damme actually was, in Belgium, European champion. He was a fighter. He fought. Like, at 16, he was the best. He was a European karate champion. Like, you can tell. Like, and he was like Bruce Lee. His movies were good because he choreographed them. He was a fighter.
Yeah.
Like, it was different.
Oh no, I love Bruce, and it was unfortunate that he died. But he would have, like, if he stayed around. Imagine the movies that would have came out if he didn't die.
IP Man taught Bruce Lee. Great move. 2 movies on SBS, Rob said.
Hitman, yeah.
Yeah.
Hitman.
Man.
Yeah, he was
I
cool.
agree with Bill. I love Jackie Chan, and because he does his own stunts.
Oh, Jackie Chan's awesome.
Jackie Chan was a
Yeah.
stuntman for Bruce Lee
He was.
in Fist of Fury and Enter the Dragon and all that. Like, he was, yeah.
I love Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx is the best because you know when he comes in, and
Yeah.
he goes like this. You guys are garbage. But he's talking for like 3 minutes, and it just goes, "You guys are garbage." And he's like, it's the best. But it's shot in America and it's still
Yeah.
dubbed. It's the
Yeah.
best.
That's like Squid Games.
Yeah, it's like Squid Game. Yeah, yeah. It's like
Did you
that.
end up finishing Squid Games?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
did,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Actually, watched the video.
Mercury Rising. Oh,
Oh,
Hooks has said there. That's another great movie. They made a series out of it recently, Mercury Rising, with Bruce Willis. That's a good movie. And 13, is it 12? I think it's 12 Monkeys, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a great old movie with
Remember
Bruce
that one,
Willis.
yeah.
See, it's true. Bruce Willis does have more.
It's got the palette.
Yeah, he does. He's got like there's a whole bunch of them that are
Yeah.
real good.
There's a few good action heroes out there.
Oh yeah.
I love Wesley Snipes.
He's the
Yeah,
best.
he's good.
What was your favorite Wesley Snipes movie? See, I love Demolition Man.
Blade.
Yeah.
It's a Blade. I won't say it, but Blade. But I love. You know what? Passenger 57 was killer. Do you know what I love? What Wesley Snipes movie I love? He doesn't even fight. White Men Can't Jump.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't even
That's
fight.
not there.
Doesn't even fight because yeah.
Well, it's like Bruce Willis. He did ones that he doesn't.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
More drama.
Well, that's what I said. Like that one, Death Becomes Her is like funny. It's like
But nah, look, if we're gonna go back to Arnie and Stallone, I think Arnie edges him out. Like
It'll be Arnie for me.
yeah, Arnie for you. Well, you haven't even seen Rocky,
As
so
I say,
that,
based on what I've seen.
yeah, I gotta say Arnie. He's just done more things.
yeah,
He's revolutionized. Like yeah, Bruce Lee brought it in, but then
Yeah.
he's just gone to a different level. He's opened the door for guys like The Rock. You know,
But what, if there was no Arnie,
there's no Arnie, there's no Rock.
there's no Rock, mate.
No.
He's not making any of
And
it.
there's no one else now.
Listen, but you know what? Even The Rock, you know the Rock movies. I loved The Rock as a wrestler in that. His movies, it's like he tries to be Arnie too much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I reckon.
I don't mind his. I like his acting.
I actually think he's not bad.
he's
He's made
pretty
some
good.
movies. There's one he made where it wasn't an action movie where he like owned this trucking company. And I can't remember the name, but it was a real good movie. It's like a drama. Like
Yeah.
he actually proved he can do those things. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's pretty much the only action hero around.
Yeah, that's right.
Him and Vin Diesel.
And the other bloke, the English bloke, Jason Statham.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got
But he's an actual
Yeah.
same. He's an actual fighter. He, you know.
yeah, Jason Statham, and you got.
But his best movies were not even action. It was like
Yeah.
his old movies.
But you don't. There's no like back in the day you had. Your
Gio said Arnie. Bill said
Don't have that
Arnie.
anymore.
No, that's not the.
Nah, no way.
What do you call
The
it?
stereotype. I
Yeah.
guess.
They're
A
not,
lot of people saying Arnie. I don't think anyone has actually said Stallone. So
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Arnie with this one. But,
Lucas said Arnie.
But I do think that he's done more like that one Rocky movie.
Yeah, Rocky One
Puts
is
him up
amazing.
here,
Rocky
right?
One does
Yeah.
put him up because
Like
even the newest. You know which one out of all the Rockies was the best after?
how many is that? 5?
And then if you count the Creeds, they're meant to be. They're in the same universe, let's say.
Yeah.
Creed 1 and Creed 2. But the actual newest Rocky was the next best one from Rocky 1.
is it the Creed one?
No, the one before that when
Oh,
he goes
yeah.
back and fights as an old bloke.
There was alternate endings. Of
Yeah,
that.
because he directed that and he comes back as an old
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
That was actually the next best Rocky.
Yeah.
So there was Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Rocky That was actually the next best one.
When
and it
was that?
like,
For the last few years, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
Like 5?
maybe like 2010-ish, let's say,
Okay.
5-ish, maybe 05. He was older.
Oh, yeah.
But he meant to come back as like a 50-year-old and
Yeah.
fight, you know, and
The
he
worst-
directed that and it was,
The worst Rocky is number 5.
terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
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 Like, don't even watch it.
Yeah.
That guy was a real
Oh.
boxer. Tommy was a real boxer. He's a real boxer.
Tommy Gunn.
But he's a real boxer. And then he went off the rails.
Like they have a fight in an alleyway.
Yeah.
It's the worst, man. It's like
Jason Statham was an
It's really
Olympian. I don't know if that's true, Bill, but I wouldn't put it past him. The guy's a freak. Yeah, he's next level.
What Momoa is pretty cool. Jason Momoa,
But he's not really an action hero, is he?
he's becoming one, but not to the level of the.
Who do you reckon?
Yeah.
Before we
Or-
go, who do you reckon is the best current day actor?
current day actor
Just
right
say actor.
now?
Yeah, it don't have to be action, nothing. Who's the best current day actor? If you had to pick an actor, just for what everything they can do, it can be a female, male, whatever. Current day actor. Who's your favorite? The best current day male actor right now. Who's your favorite?
Male actor.
Yeah, who do you reckon?
I don't know. This
I
is-
don't know either. That's a
that's
hard
a
one.
hard one.
I reckon the best current day male actor
Yeah.
is Christian Bale. But it doesn't even have to be you like him. It's
Alright.
just because he can
I'll go
do.
on.
He does. You look at him, all the things he done. Like he went from like that. I can't remember what the movie's called. The Machinist. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
He got to 40 kilos, eating an apple
Oh, yeah,
a
he's
day,
Cool. He's cool. Yeah.
and then within 2 months he got jacked. And he was the first guy that started that body. Tom Hardy and that does it now. Body transformation stuff went from that to Batman. Then he got fat to do the Wolf of Wall Street. I think he was in
well,
that.
I
Like,
was going to say that Leonardo DiCaprio is my favorite.
Yeah.
He's number one for me. Like he just gets you like in like.
I reckon Christian Bale's better than him.
No,
That's my opinion. But I just reckon he's a better actor.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I reckon Leonardo DiCaprio's problem was he just kept chasing the Oscar thing. And then he went and got it. You know what? Everyone went off about The Revenant. And you know what? I didn't even like it that much.
I thought it was alright.
Yeah, but Oscar?
Oh, I don't even know. What did it get?
I didn't
He
want
got Best
me.
Actor. He got the... And I was like, man, like, because he's chasing it, did you just give it to him?
Yeah.
Like, seriously? Because he was always complaining, I didn't get it for this, didn't get it. It was like, man. And they gave it to him for The Revenant.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's another one.
Yeah, Johnny Depp's good.
Yeah, he's.
Johnny Depp's very good.
I only watched Revenant last year, actually.
Andrew Garfield, Paul Dano, Jake Gyllenhaal, Gary Oldman is very good, I agree. Jared Leto, Tom Hardy, Jared Leto.
Denzel.
Jared
Denzel.
Leto, I agree.
Denzel's
Denzel
good.
is amazing.
He's
Oh,
like- he's
listen,
probably the
sorry.
best, actually.
Denzel is amazing, I agree. Gary Oldman is amazing, I agree.
What's his name?
They're both in that. That's true. George said Denzel and Gary
The
Oldman.
guy that
would be
plays
there.
the guy that does Qui-Gon Jinn.
Liam Neeson.
Liam
isn't it?
Neeson.
See, he did those. He did Takens, and they were.
He's good.
I reckon Taken is the best modern day action film.
Actually,
Yeah.
the way he fights, it's like a Seagal.
Well, he
but
did it.
better than Seagal.
If you
Yeah.
watched Phantom Menace, you can tell that Liam Neeson he's done something
Yeah.
because he was fighting
Oh,
with the
he's-
with the
yeah.
lightsaber in there. He obviously because you saw him back then he was younger and how quick he was moving. He obviously
Quick, man.
has a background in
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But I reckon Taken is the best modern day action movie. I don't. People might disagree, but action movie because that's what it is, isn't it?
There's a lot of actors that are like, you know.
I agree. Denzel, Jess, and George saying.
There's a
that.
lot of good. There's a lot of good actors that are not massive.
Yeah.
Like
Who's your favorite female actor?
Oh man.
I know mine, and people laugh.
This guy knows
Why are you
everything.
laughing? Do you know yours?
No.
That's why I'm
Favorite
laughing. 'Cause I'm like,
We don't have a favorite actor.
Me and Lucas are like, you know.
Do you know who mine is?
What is-
Melissa McCarthy.
Who?
Do you know Melissa McCarthy?
After
So
South
she's like the
Africa,
comedian.
Melissa McCarthy.
She's like the funny one. She's like,
No.
you don't know Melissa McCarthy? Come on, man.
Melissa McCarthy. Who's that?
oh, I heard.
She's hilarious.
That's it?
man.
Oh,
She is the
yeah,
best,
yeah,
bro.
she's funny as man.
But no, she's been doing serious movies lately.
yeah.
she's the
cool.
best, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was, but yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, like she's funny. Yeah, but I don't know, man.
Listen,
female
who-
actress.
Chuck New 52. Jared
Meryl
Leto. Jared Leto is not allowed to be considered because the way he did Joker.
Oh,
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
John Wick. Yeah, John Wick's killer. I
Now,
like.
see, I reckon Taken's a better
Yeah.
movie than John Wick.
I don't-
John Wick gets to the point where it's just like he's just shooting everyone, whereas Taken, I reckon was better. I
Yeah.
just reckon Taken's a better
Taken
movie.
one. Taken
Taken
two.
1. I'm saying number 1.
Yeah, number one.
Taken 1 is a better movie. There's not many movies that go on and the second and third are better than the original.
I don't know.
The only one movies I reckon Back to the Future 2 is better than Back to the Future 1. That's me.
not,
but-
not by much.
Not much. They're both masterpieces, but that's just me.
But yeah, John Wick, the guy that plays, what's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. I like him too.
Yeah, I
Like
like
Speed and Matrix. I love the Matrix.
Hmm.
Love it. So, did you like the Matrix?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially when you start to understand it. You know how
Yeah.
many people that I know watch the Matrix and go, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you understand it? You're a battery man. That's what you are.
Yeah. No, I like. Yeah, actually, we watched that recently too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in ages. Watched it last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
You know what? We're talking about Arnie, and we didn't give a shout out. It's obviously not his best, but to one of the best Arnie movies,
What?
Commando.
I'm Bennett.
Do you know? Do you know what's the best? No, the best bit. The two best bits is like Bennett goes, "I'm gonna kill you, John," and he's like, "Hey, Bennett." He's like, "Why don't you use a knife? Stick it in me. Turn it around. See what's going on in there." And then the other bit when he's that guy goes, "This Green Beret is gonna kick your ass," and he's like, "I eat Green Berets for breakfast. And right now, I'm very hungry." He's the best, man.
Does
No,
he even
no.
say, like, did he come up with them his own? Or,
I don't know, man, but
Because they're like classic, man. Classic.
see, right now, everyone's saying about Keanu Reeves, right?
Oh,
They're making a new Bill and Ted. And I reckon it's going to be crap.
Bill and
They're
Ted
being
was
Bill and
killer.
Ted as like 60-year-olds. Like,
Didn't they make
oh, the
one?
first two were amazing.
Didn't they make a
Yeah,
third
I don't know
one?
if it's come out yet, has it?
No, I reckon
It's
they
coming
did
out.
make
I think
a
it's
third
coming.
one.
No, it's coming out now.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think it's out yet.
it's coming
Oh,
out.
okay.
And I just reckon it's like, what are you doing, man? Like, leave it at those two. They were great. They were good movies. But why are they going to make a third one? So like,
Cash grabs.
yeah,
It's
no,
not
but
about crash,
do
man.
they need cash?
They
Do they
don't
need
need it.
money?
It's like Jane, Silent Bob. They didn't have to go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I love Jane, Silent Bob.
Listen, I love Kevin Smith. Like the stuff he does. Like, I'm a bit upset with what he did with Masters of the Universe at the moment, but I'll let him off.
Do you remember the He-Man Masters of the
I
Universe,
love-
the actual movie?
Yes,
Do you
with Dolph
remember the
Lundgren. Oh,
that
of
was
course.
the best,
It's the
man.
best, man. I loved
Do you
it.
remember that movie?
Which one?
Masters of the Universe with Dolph
Masters of the
Lundgren.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come
Remember?
on, man.
And they were eating
He's
cake.
like,
Remember they went to
they're
that
eating
cake-
chicken. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like eating it, and he goes, what is it? He goes, it's a bird. And he's like, and they're like, ugh. And then like the little Gwildor's like, it tasted good.
He loved
He
it.
loved it. And then he's like,
I love that movie, man. But
Yeah,
that movie
like-
the lane, well, that's sure.
oh, it's out already, Bill's saying, and it was average at best. See, there you go.
Is it Bill and Ted Face the Music?
It must be.
2020.
See, but I've
It
never
must
even
be.
heard of it.
3 stars.
See, Chuck 52 is his answer to me what I said. He said, yeah, the Joker got butchered, but he was great in the Schneider Cut, and also Requiem for a Dream is one of the best movies
Oh,
from the last
yeah.
20 years,
That-
and is primarily the reason it's so good. About Jared Leto. Do you know what
Requiem
Jared
for a Dream is
Leto?
one of my
Do you know what Jared Leto's best movie is?
What?
American Psycho. 'Cause
Mm.
when later on when you realize, because Christian Bale is Batman, that the Batman killed the Joker. Because in American Psycho he acts as Jared Leto to the back of the head.
Oh,
So then 20 years later, when you realize Batman just murdered
Yeah.
the Joker, blows your mind. American Psycho, see Christian Bale and Jared Leto both in that, and I said Christian Bale. That is, I don't know, have you seen American Psycho?
I have. It was a long time ago. Though.
American Psycho is one of the best movies, and they're both in that, and they're both great. Both great in that.
That's
Oh, they're both amazing in it. That movie. I made George hates horrors, and I'm like, dude, go watch American Psycho.
you know what we should do?
I'm gonna lose it.
We're gonna do a Rocky watch along.
Yeah, we have to for Lucas. We have to.
And we're gonna do a horror one time.
Yeah, we got it for George because he'll hide in the corner. If George comes for the horror watch along, he won't be on the podcast.
Do you want to hear a
He'll
funny?
be back there just hiding.
I can tell you a funny story. That have you ever seen the movie The Ring?
Yeah. I
Now,
always pay my sister
when-
how she looks like the girl on the TV.
when it first came out on DVD, there was a feature in the main menu where the video they watch on the
Yeah.
it comes on, you can't turn it off. So what happened was I didn't know about it. My mate knew about it, so we're watching it and then finished, and then
He played it on purpose? Oh,
right, and then
did you freak?
well, I was like, turn it off, man. Like he's like, I can't. And what happens is this feature doesn't allow you
You
to.
can't play or stop or
No, you
nothing.
can't stop it. Right? And I'm like, turn it off, man. And then he timed it perfectly. The phone rings.
oh God.
I'm like, oh, what? Yeah, and he goes, it goes 7.
Yeah.
So the phone, he timed it perfectly.
That's
The
the
phone rang. I shit myself.
Yeah.
Everyone shit themselves, but I was hysterical. I was like, I want to do second dates. And he got us.
I agree with Gio there. No Country for Old Men is a great movie. And that's why, again, I go back to always saying it. It's got that bloke that played the villain in the new James Bond, Javier Bardem. That movie is so good because the villain is so good.
Yeah.
If the villain is good, your movie's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just, or your story is amazing. If your villain is good, like
What's the? Like, I've probably discussed this before, but what are your guys' all-time favorite movie? All-time favorite.
Coming to America?
I remember that one.
I think, listen, before Lucas goes,
Yeah, like-
before Lucas
on the spot here.
before Lucas fails, before he fails to answer, I believe Eddie Murphy is, and this is not just now, is one of the most, not just actors, talented people we've ever seen. Him, Robin Williams,
yeah.
I believe Eddie Murphy is just,
Oh yeah.
and if you look at people say Coming to America, when you watch it as a kid, you're just laughing at it. And then when you get older, you realize it's a comedy, it's a drama, it's a love story. To me, Coming to America was like my Wizard of Oz. And then I
Yeah.
grew up with George and my brother Chris, and I used to watch Delirious when I was 5 years old, which is probably bad saying it now, but I used to sit in my room just imitating Eddie Murphy like all day.
It is awesome.
And he's so talented. It's not funny. Like he's that bloke.
He is talented.
He is amazing, amazing, amazing.
Look, my all-time favorite would have to be Back to the Future Part 2. Yeah, hands down. Nothing beats that one for me.
I love the Back to the Future. That's the best trilogy ever made. And I like we're saying about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Back to the Future is the best trilogy ever made. I believe.
For me.
I don't know, guys. Let me have a think here.
I believe.
for me-
But sorry, before he goes,
Yeah.
if Michael J. Fox never got Parkinson's,
Oh,
and he would have been.
It's
Yeah.
like Bruce Lee, mate.
Yeah, he was.
It's like Bruce Lee. If he didn't die, we would have had some of the craziest.
Jess is saying impersonate Eddie, but I don't know which one do you want me to impersonate?
Can you do Nutty Professor?
No, I'm more of his older stuff, man. Like
His
coming
older
to
stuff?
America stuff. Like,
Good morning, my name.
oh, that's what's the best. You know when he walks in and he sees Semi and he's spent all that money on the hot tub, and Semi just turns around and he goes, Akeem, and he goes, if you ruin this for me with Lisa, I will never forgive you. And he just chucks the money down. He's like revving.
That was really good.
Oh, dude, I used
Sounded
to sit
exactly
there.
like it.
I used to sit there and imitate him. I loved him. That's why, I love doing this. I used to sit there just imitating the guy.
do an
And he
imitation.
said that he used to sit there. His idol, he loved Richard Pryor, and he used to sit there just imitating
Yeah.
like Richard Pryor. And then he said when he finally met Richard Pryor, and he said it. He goes, I was getting big, and Richard felt threatened by him. He goes, he treated me real bad, and he goes, I didn't like him as a person. He goes, because he was threatened by me, and he goes, it was so bad. I met my idol, and it was like,
I love Richard Pryor.
it was hilarious.
Brewster's
But
Minions.
dude, that
Brewster's Minions is good.
have you ever seen Hear No Evil, See No Evil with him and
Yeah.
him and what's his name? What's his name? Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder. It's one of the best movies ever because they're both so talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Have you had
Beverly Hills. Jess is saying imitate his stand-up like Delirious.
I can't even remember some of it.
Dude, I
I've
remember
seen
it
it.
all,
I
man.
can't-
I remember it all, but it's just
One that always sticks with me is where the pussy's falling out of his pocket.
yeah.
Picking up-
Oh, he's been saying
It's not the lead up to
he's
that.
the best, man. Like he's the best. Like he's just
Yeah, like there's some good comedians out there, but like that's like legendary.
legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah.
And you know what I've loved about it? He said, listen, okay, Delirious came out the year I was born, 85, and he made jokes about whatever he made jokes about. And they've told him now, you got to apologise. And he said, oh, no, I don't. He's like, because I made that joke in 1985. And I watched a scene with Jerry Seinfeld. He did it. He said it to Barack Obama and Comedians in Cars. And he said it to Eddie when he had Eddie and Comedians in Cars. And he's like, listen, he's like, what people don't get is that for 99% of comedians, he goes, it's just material. He goes, they know it's funny at the time. So whoever they're paying out, whether it be this going back, whether they're paying out ethnics, paying out, the gay community, whatever, he goes, but he goes, they've got nothing against them. He goes, they just know it's funny at the time. They're going to get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
So it's just material. And the thing is, a lot of people don't get that. And that's what Eddie Murphy's saying is, I don't have to apologize because I made that joke 36 years ago.
Yeah.
And like the thing at the moment, they're saying about Jerry Seinfeld, that cancel culture is actually getting onto him.
Really?
Yeah, about the show, they're like, oh, because it was misogynistic and all this, you got to apologize. And he goes, well, I'm not.
Yeah.
He said it straight out. Like, what he said, what are you going to do? You're going to sack me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not apologizing. Like, it's,
Cancel culture's.
we could talk about
ridiculous.
cancel culture. Like, it's
That's
just, yeah.
so bad.
Well, it's, but listen, okay, some of the things they said, they might not be good, but they said them back then. And like he said, they're just doing it because they know it's going to get laughs then. Like now they're talking about things that get them laughs.
Yeah.
That these things, people
No,
like them.
yeah.
Like it's,
Oh, definitely. He was one of the greatest. But did you find out what movie you were?
just,
You still,
sorry,
you still
keep
think-
going.
No,
Just
I'm
don't-
saying, just for the sake of just giving an answer, I'm going to say Chuck reminded me, because Requiem for a Dream is one of my favourite films. Like, easily.
Yeah.
And I've only seen it once, but it just makes you feel so just filthy and like really just,
yeah.
it's really, have you seen it?
What's it called?
Requiem for a Dream?
No, I haven't seen it. Have you seen
I
it?
don't know. It's just,
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
It's just, it's good.
I
Really
don't
good
know,
though.
but I've seen it so long ago. Like when it come out, it's like,
I think late 90s.
yeah, I don't even, to be honest, I don't really remember it. Like I seen it
Yeah.
when I was young.
It was. I saw it in about 05-ish, I think.
Yeah.
So, but that's one of my favorite films, and I'm just going to say Star Wars, just to have an actual
Yeah,
answer,
yeah.
because that was
I
like
agree, but they're one of my favorites.
that's
too.
just up there. It's
Just
impacted.
the first one, the No Hope.
The first
Oh, an
three
actual
Star
film.
Wars.
As an actual film, probably The Empire.
I just put the first three together. That's what I do.
Yeah, I liked
I'll
all
just say
three.
The first original
in general.
trilogy.
Yeah.
See,
Cool.
Jess is saying about the singers, because you know when he in Delirious when he pays out Ricardo Montalban and he pays out James Brown, and he's like, James actually thought that was a lyric. He's like, he didn't know what to put there, and he was like, hey.
Oh,
He's
really?
like, James actually wrote that shit. He's like, he was just sitting there, and he's like, he's like looking at the singer, he's like, hey, yeah, moving, yeah, grooving, yeah, and the guy just goes, hey man, he goes, James doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Just keep saying, yeah, yeah. We just get paid to say, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember,
the best, man.
I've watched it so long, I could not remember any jokes. But if I started watching it, you know how you just start
Come back
remembering.
to you.
Dude, that bit when he says it about James, and then when he's paying out Elvis, he's like, Elvis just sang his way through movies. He goes, motherfucker couldn't act. He just come out and he's like,
Hey.
he's like,
Yeah.
hey Elvis, we gotta win this race. We gotta win this race. And they're like, hey Elvis, you want a lemonade? And he's like, lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink.
I had a bit of a chuckle just before. I just saw Gio right. Star Wars is okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, Jurassic Park, Bill. That's that's up there for me as well. Love
Heath
Jurassic Park.
Ledger in Casanova is the best farce ever made. Robert said. See, Heath Ledger I thought was an amazing. Like, did amazing with Joker, won an Oscar.
We did talk about Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
remember, in the Rogan Files?
Bill Thesson said Jurassic Park. That movie was mind blowing when I first seen that.
I remember that so clearly.
So Jess is trying to force me to do the Michael Jackson.
I reckon Jurassic Park was in our childhood, like, you know.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
year 4 for me.
Do you know
I think.
do you know where I watched Jurassic Park?
Hey,
Do you know where I watched Jurassic Park?
where?
Yeah. So I don't know where George and Chris were. They were older, playing dominoes at the front or whatever they were doing.
Dominoes?
Yeah, you know, they were cool kids playing dominoes in front of the street, you know, with the chucking sneakers around the wires and stuff. And the Stig, the HFD Stig, the Don, took me. There was still drive-ins back then, and we went and watched Jurassic Park in a drive-in when it first came out. The drive-in, the old one around the
Yeah.
corner.
Oh, yeah.
Watched it in a drive-in with the Don. That's where I watched it.
Talking about drive-ins, apparently the drive-ins are finished here in
The last one
Yeah.
just closed down,
Yeah.
didn't it? Yeah.
That's sad, isn't it?
I remember seeing the Ninja Turtles, the first one at the drive-ins.
See, that's another
That
movie.
was
I
like-
love
Oh, that
And even
is,
to now, I was actually recently a few months ago. That movie holds up.
How much do you love
First
Ninja Turtles?
dude.
I'm not obsessed, but I like them a
I'm
lot.
obsessed with
Oh
Ninja
yeah.
that was one of my favorite movies as
Yeah.
well. Not Back to the Future level, but it's
It's
probably
good.
awesome, man.
second or third all-time
Yeah.
favorite for me.
Dude, Ninja
It
Turtles,
holds up,
the
man.
original.
It does.
I watched it on it's on YouTube. You can just watch it on
Dude.
there.
It's good.
Dude,
It's
Ninja
awesome.
Turtles. A wise man once said that bit, bro.
Oh, when he
A
gets
wise
the
man
pizza.
once said, "Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza."
How good was Casey Jones in that movie?
Yeah.
The best. He was
And I didn't realize with the second one that there was so many complaints from the first film being
Yeah, it
like-
was,
and
yeah.
that's why they turned all the weapons down and all
Yeah.
that. in the
Oh,
second
yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's why they made it PG. The first
Yeah.
one was M15.
Yeah.
The third one was
See,
shit.
Robert
though.
said, sad,
Is
last
that when they went
driving
to-
just closed, so...
Is that the one that went back in time or something?
No, that was number 3, Turtles
Yeah,
in
third
Time.
one. Yeah.
Number 2 was
The
when they
news one.
lose the sewer and they go
Secret of the
underground to
Youth.
the
Secret of the
subway.
Youth, yeah.
Secret of the Youth, and they get Bebop and Rocksteady, but they call them Taco and Razor.
That's right.
That's
yeah,
when
yeah.
Legend Super Shredder comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
comes back
It
and
comes
stuff.
out all.
Do you know who played? Do you
yeah.
know who Super Shredder is?
Who?
The actor? Well, you don't. Neither of you know. You're wrestling fans. You don't know. Take one guess.
Diesel.
Diesel. Kevin Nash is
Kevin
Super
Nash.
Shredder.
Is it actually?
Yep.
Oh wow.
That's when he was first getting into doing act because he was massive.
Yeah, yeah,
And then you
Wow,
know,
I
he
didn't know
did
that.
the Punisher villain like that. The
yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I don't know why I remembered that, but
Kevin Nash. Well, it's like
came back to me.
it's like
It was
Toby
Kevin Nash.
Maguire's first Spider-Man. Who's the first villain he fights?
William Dafoe.
Who does he fight before he's in the wrestling cage? Who is it?
Oh, who is that?
Macho Man Randy Savage. Man.
It is too.
Oh yeah, that's
It
right.
is
Oh man, what
too.
is wrong with you guys?
Wait, just to,
George
change,
wrote Kevin Nash because he knew.
just to change the subject, I want just to talk AEW for a sec. Did you
Yeah.
watch Dynamite today?
Yeah, I watched it before it came.
How
out.
good, right, was CM
Wait.
Punk
The start
and
was the best.
and MJF's.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna ask you. I'm like, we're not getting. I'm gonna remember to ask Chris if he's watched it or not.
oh, how good was it?
yeah,
I watched.
awesome.
I was really busy today, but
So
I
who's
Oh,
CM?
hold on,
Drunk?
wait, Bill, have you seen it yet?
Who's CM Drunk again?
CM Drunk. This guy. I should get him in the ring with CM Punk. See what happens.
Hey, I've seen CM Punk in a real ring and he sucked.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, well, he got told that. He got told that.
Twice.
He got told that from MJF.
He went to a real ring because he wanted to be the next Brock Lesnar and that, and he sucked balls.
No, but what I mean, not to fight him,
Alright.
not to actually verbally talk. to him.
He'll get smashed, man.
Because that's what happened today.
He should have went up the proper ranks to get into UFC, not just going.
Yeah, that was
No,
silly.
that-
Why'd they do that? Like,
Yeah.
at least Brock was an all-American like wrestler
Yeah.
and stuff. You know, like
CM Punk was never a UFC
that's what
fighter.
I'm saying.
He just
Brock,
did it
you
for
knew
like.
Brock or Kurt Angle, let's say, is going to go into UFC and they're going to win. Like they're going to do good because they
Yeah,
were
they got the back-
yeah,
yeah.
they got the
But
back.
how good was that promo?
It was awesome.
Like MJF is called Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Freeman.
Friedman.
He's like probably the best heel that that's come out.
Unless
of-
your name's Michael Jordan, you're not allowed to shortcut your name to MJ, all right?
No, they
Come
call
on,
it MJF.
Dynamite, Bill. Have you seen today's Dynamite? I just don't want to spoil it too much if you haven't seen it.
But if you haven't watched it, watch the first 20 minutes. It's probably the best TV you've seen in a while.
You know how we did. You know
Isn't
how we
that
did Stallone versus Arnie.
Yeah.
So I know we got Rob's in the chat. There's some soccer fans, there's football fans, like the real football fans. We won't go into that. But is anyone here basketball fans?
I was when I was younger,
when I
but
was younger.
not anymore.
So is it even a point in doing the best basketballer of all time? Or does everyone?
I can say it's MJ.
Oh, so it's not an argument for you guys.
Nah, MJ. I can't see
So
anyone.
you can't do MJ versus LeBron.
Nah.
Just my boy Scottie Pippen's closer to my heart than MJ is. That's all.
Oh no! Oh,
You
listen,
love Scottie Pippen.
hey, you're allowed to have favorite players.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't mean they're the best.
is the hands.
You know, like you can have like me, you can have a favorite song. Doesn't mean it was the best ever.
Yeah, I know.
You're
Yeah.
allowed to have favorite players,
Yeah.
but there's no point in doing MJ versus LeBron.
Nah.
I don't know enough about LeBron to.
He's good. LeBron's good, but he's no MJ.
Breaking
But
news: all
Chuck,
passengers on 2 Qantas flights into Adelaide to be quarantined. Exposure sites being posted.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Elson.
That's
Chuck
definitely-
in the chat, he's big on basketball.
Is he? So
Yeah.
Chuck, is there a point in doing MJ versus LeBron, man, or is there someone else you're adding to it?
Oh, look at that.
Wilt the still?
Bill chose this over AEW to be on the podcast
Oh,
first.
Bill, you're a champion, man.
Does
Thanks,
Bill love
Bill.
AEW?
Please.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Bill, we'll go like this for you, man, because you said that. Please just like, share, and subscribe. That, man. That was the best thing.
I did mention this last.
That was the best thing I've ever heard, man.
I
Please
did mention
share.
this last week, guys. For you guys that are in the chat, me and Lucas next year are probably going to do a wrestling podcast
Oh yeah.
every fortnight.
Are you going to try to do
So-
that like how we do the Skype one?
Yeah, probably like every
Yeah.
fortnight we'll do it and
good. It's real easy.
we'll recap the wrestling.
The good thing about
Yeah.
doing it on the
Because
Skype
there isn't many wrestling
Nah, it's true.
Aussie podcasts. There is one or two,
That's
but
true.
not many. So
He wrote, Rob said MJ. So the good thing about the Skype thing is only one person has to have OBS, and it's like,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
and you
just
just bring
done.
up
Or
and
Zoom,
yeah.
whatever.
So yeah, me and Lucas we're going to be looking
Listen.
into that in the new year.
Rob has said that. Listen, Rob is really big into football, soccer, however you want to call it.
Yeah,
And he said MJ for him to. The one thing I will say about that, if we're never ever going to do it, is I think basketball is the only sport where it's like there's no argument. It's just like MJ was the best.
yeah, there
Oh
isn't.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's all these other sports, like, you know, you go to soccer, let's just say quickly, it's like Pele, Maradona, Cruyff, Ronaldo, Messi, like,
Yeah.
it just goes on. There's just all these arguments for different people. Beckenbauer, like, everyone's got these different. When it comes to basketball, it's like,
There's no argument.
there's not, most people just say, oh,
No.
MJ, oh,
Yeah.
LeBron now.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's no arguments. Like, it's just, that's just my opinion. Like,
It'd be interesting, like if you got a real basketball hard.
oh, listen, I'm into it. But I just don't think I actually don't think he doesn't, before Scottie Pippen hated Michael Jordan, he even said it. He goes, there was a thing about MJ. He goes, he just was a killer. He goes, and we knew that was his job, so we gave him the ball to kill. He
Yeah.
goes, so people say, oh, LeBron does this, he facilitates. He goes, Jordan would have done it. He goes, but we didn't want him to. He goes, I was the facilitator. That's what Pippen
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
He goes, we knew Jordan would just killed. So we let him do it. Like, you know, he goes, if he wanted to facilitate, he goes, he was the best defender in the league as well. So he
Yeah.
was the best attacker, defensive player of the year as well, like 6 seasons. Like,
He's a one
Yeah,
in a
it's
lifetime
crazy.
player.
Wow, he's
one in a
great.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Don't know. if
well,
you've ever seen
actually,
it.
you know what? Rob, I think, actually got me there.
Wayne
Wayne Gretzky, maybe that's true.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky was
that's
good.
true. Yeah.
If you like your ice hockey.
See, I don't
Yeah.
listen. May he rest in peace, Bill. But I actually don't think Kobe's close to MJ either. He said MJ versus Kobe. I think people have
Kobe was good.
Listen, he was, but it always happens when a person passes away. They're better after they're gone,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's a fact. It happened, and I actually don't think he was as good as Jordan either.
I
He
think-
even said it. I've watched interviews with Kobe. He goes, "Listen, if there was no Jordan, he goes, there'd be no Kobe." He goes, "Because I stole all his moves." He says it.
Do you think LeBron was better than Kobe?
I think they're very close, but see, I think there's others that are forgotten about. I think like you forget going back in the day. Like if you look at Wilt Chamberlain, the things Wilt did.
What about
Was
Kareem?
just-
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I think Wilt was better than him, but Kareem gets more credit because he won more titles and he scored more. But Wilt was averaging like 50 points a game, and then he stopped doing it to facilitate stuff because he had no one on his team. Like he was a freak. Like
Who was the guy in the Celtics?
Wilt scored 100. Larry Bird.
Larry
He
Bird.
was good too. Wilt scored 100 points in a game. Like, and this is going back.
Mm.
The guy, and he was like, he was holding records in long jump. Like the guy was a freak, and he was 7'1". Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Babe Ruth, another one for.
yeah.
Yeah, Babe Ruth was.
But I don't. People say it's just. Yeah, I
Babe
get
Ruth.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think like when you think of baseball, he's the best.
I know people in cricket say Don Bradman, like here,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
batting. But then there's been ones now that people compare
Yeah,
to him,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Viv Richards and
Yeah, yeah.
Pontings and Tendulkars and things. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know much about cricket, but you know it's
No, I'm not a big cricket fan.
yeah. But you know, like
Oh well. All right, we went from.
we went miles.
Arnie
We went to
from-
MJ.
went all over the place.
Listen, and Michael Jordan was in Space Jam, the original. So you know,
Yeah.
and they remade that, and that was probably crap too. You know?
But yeah, guys. Yeah, stay tuned for the wrestling podcast.
Actually,
Yeah.
do you know what the argument is that I actually always say
What's that?
What?
for the Michael Jordan LeBron one? This is, I always just say this.
Yeah.
Okay, man, who wears whose number? Does LeBron wear 23 because he likes it? He wears 23 because Jordan wore it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like they now, like Messi and that, they wear 10, mate, because Pele and Maradona wore it.
Yeah.
You know,
Wasn't Kobe wore 24, right?
yeah, he did 8 and 28 first, and then he changed to 24.
I remember when
Okay.
Jordan went to 45. Remember when-
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
why he came? You know why he changed back? Because I can't remember who they were playing in the finals, and they got spanked. He'd just come back, and one of the defenders looked at him and goes, 45 ain't 23. And then he went and changed back to 23, took a $10,000 fine or something, and like scored 45 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Played with that.
You want to give me a reason to kill you, and I'll do it.
Larry Bird, yeah. I'm just reading the comments.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Like, I get they did stop him, but no one's going to win every game. Like, you know, like Muhammad Ali didn't win every fight, and he's meant to be the greatest ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way Jordan's not going to win every game.
No,
You know, like, and it's a team game.
he's human after all.
But it's not that it's human. It's because I've played team sport. It's a team sport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
There's a lot of times there's so many factors in why your team
Yeah.
loses.
Yeah.
Whereas you could still be. It's like an AFL Grand Final. Nathan Buckley won a Norm Smith medal against Brisbane, but Brisbane won the Grand Final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Ablett won a Norm Smith medal, kicked 8 goals,
It's like,
but Geelong lost. You know what I mean? Like it's
like
there's
Lenny-
so many factors in
I
team
think
sports.
Lenny Hayes won a.
He won a
Norm
Norm
Smith.
exactly. There's
Uh,
so many
one.
team sports. There's so many factors.
Yeah. Anyway, should we get on to the?
Oh my god.
What do you reckon,
Should we bring it up? We're gonna bring it up, guys. So
guys?
I think there's a few new people in the chat tonight that if you don't know, we got a segment. It's the big man segment, the Rogan Files, obviously because he's the Aussie Seth Rogen.
I
So,
am the Aussie Seth Rogen.
We bring it up, and it's a weekly or whenever we want to do it. We talk about a conspiracy that week. So we're going to bring up our Rogan Files clip for everyone that hasn't seen it because it's the best clip of all time. There's the big man. What did you call that? The Vero jump pad or something?
Villas fan.
The Villas pad. There you go. So that was the Villas pad. And what we're going to be talking about on the Rogan Files this week is the conspiracy behind the John F. Kennedy assassination. So we've brought that up there. There you go. So we're going to talk about that.
So, if any new listeners, we go through a conspiracy theory.
We do a conspiracy thing like, yeah.
Last.
George just texted me Hollow Earth, bro.
Hollow Earth. Oh, sorry guys, we're going to talk about the Hollow Earth. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, there you go. We forgot about that. So,
Jeez.
so
that was awesome.
before we even get into reading a few of the things, I'm going to go straight out there and say it straight away. I don't believe Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK. That's me personally.
I don't believe it either.
I don't know about you, Lucas, if you know much about it.
A little bit, but
No.
Chuck 52. Before we continue, Kobe got 5 rings. I think I would take Shaq any day of the week over Kobe because who got 3 finals MVPs for the Lakers? Kobe or Shaq? Shaq got him. He's a big game player, and I'd rather have a guy that shows up in finals than a bloke that scores points during the season. And that's why Jordan's the best. 6 titles, 6 finals MVPs.
Wow.
Just to put it out there. Back to JFK.
Back to
All right. So, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, don't know how much you know about it. So,
KB's done all the research on this one.
yeah, well, one of the theories is the number of shots. That's one of the conspiracies. So, I'll read a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the consensus among the witnesses at the scene, and in particular the 3 spent cartridges found near an open window on the 6th floor of the book depository, the Warren Commission determined that the preponderance of the evidence indicated that 3 shots were fired. In 1979, so this is obviously 10 years later, in 1979, the House Select Committee of Assassinations concluded that there were 4 shots, one coming from the grassy knoll. That's why, in the Seinfeld episode, they always pay it out, with Keith Hernandez. There was a second spitter, the grassy knoll. That's what they're paying out, JFK, because it's obviously a thing that's, The Warren Commission and later the House Select Committee of Assassinations concluded that one of the shots hit President Kennedy in the back of his neck, exited his throat, and struck Governor Connolly in the back, exited the governor's chest. So this is going through 2 people, they're saying. Shattered his right wrist and implanted itself in the left thigh. This conclusion became known as the single bullet theory. And that's, again, what they're paying out in Seinfeld, the loogie. Hits his neck.
That's the best.
Yeah, I don't know. Seinfeld, That's, again, what they're paying out in that episode. So, Mary Mormon said in a TV interview immediately after the assassination that there were either 3 or 4 shots close together, that shots were still being fired after the fatal shot, and that she was in the line of fire. In 1967, Josiah Thompson concluded from a close study of the Zapruder film and other forensic evidence corroborated by the eyewitnesses that 4 shots were fired in Dealey Plaza, with 1 wounding Connolly and 3 hitting Kennedy. On the day of the assassination, Nellie Connolly was seated in the presidential car next to her husband, Texas Governor John Connolly. In her book, From Love Filled Our Final Hours, she said she believed that her husband was wounded by a bullet separate from the 2 that hit Kennedy. So that's just one of the theories, which is the bullet theories. And I mean, the Don was telling us before, and we were saying it, there's other theories that the Russians did it, that Fidel Castro did it. There's so many, things behind it. But just hearing the shots one, what does that make you think?
It doesn't seem it just seems like there was more than one shooter.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
It just seems like he wasn't shooting at all.
Well, yeah.
Bill Thesimus said our lizard overlords killed JFK. The sniper later went on to create Facebook. Is that one of the reptilians that is now Paul McCartney? Because he's apparently... That's another conspiracy.
It's an interesting one because, you got...
Rob is saying no LHO setup. See, he's agreeing with us that Lee Harvey Oswald set up.
Yeah,
the magic bullet.
I definitely, I reckon they wanted JFK gone, so...
And there's many theories. There's one theory you said I didn't know about it. You're telling me what's that theory?
Oh,
why they wanted him gone?
They wanted him gone because he was going to shut down all the Federal Reserve and all the banks.
The Reserve Bank.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one of the theories, isn't it?
He wanted to shut down all the
there's an interesting fact I was telling you about it before. So we said we put cigars here because Arnie is a cigar connoisseur.
So was JFK. Yeah.
Stallone, JFK, even the big man we were just talking about then, MJ is cigar connoisseur of the year. I've actually got one of MJ's favourite cigars.
Probably MJF as well.
It's called the Partagas Lusitana. Is Michael Jordan's favourite cigar, if anyone wants to know. But there's a story of JFK before he signed on the embargo for Cuba, and they were saying they said Fidel Castro might have killed him as well. He sent his right hand man to Cuba to get 60 boxes of his favourite cigar.
Yeah.
And then his right hand man, obviously wasn't mobile, got in touch with him and said, "Listen, I got him." And he signed on it. And the thing has been in place ever since. They've been at Cuba, you haven't been able to take... Cubans are illegal in America.
Yeah, they are.
Still to this day, because there's been an embargo
Is that a Cuban?
that is a Cuban, yeah.
Wow, can I look?
Yes.
Wow.
You can't. Do you know on the set of Predator, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to go back to it. Set of Predator.
That's cool.
Carl Weathers, obviously, he's so fit. Arnie was fit as well, right?
Yeah.
Carl Weathers hated cigars, and now he loves them. You know why?
Why?
I'll show you why. I'll let you know why. You smoke many cigars?
Not really.
You
Only when my son was born.
That's it.
A couple of
It was the
times.
worst cigars I've ever had in my life
What he did to him was.
because they were from a
So what did you
BP.
do to him? We'll get, no, but that's okay. You can still get Cubans from there. So what Arnie did to Carl Weathers was he said to him, "Listen, man, you don't like him." He goes, "I'll cut it for you." And he goes, "You just walk around with it, just put it in your mouth." He goes, "Just put it in your mouth, man. Yeah, just have it."
Put it in my mouth.
Yeah, well, why not? We can share a cigar. And he made him walk around with the cigar in his mouth. And Carl Weathers started just getting the aroma of it, loving the taste. And then he goes, because I've read his book.
Yeah.
He goes, "I'll just light it up for me." And he lit it up for him. And now Carl Weathers loves this full cigar connoisseur.
That's awesome.
I'm not. Yeah, like I'm supposed to have a cigar when my son was born, and the boys back in Perth, they went to the BP and bought like the most disgusting. Like we were smoking it, and it was like, "This is gross, man." So, but getting back to JFK.
Yes.
We'll get back to him. Well, we're talking JFK, aren't we? Me and Chris said
Have you got a
it was a celebration because we're always going to do it.
have you got smoke detectors here?
No, we're not in this room. We're always going to do it. We're always going to do it.
Sprinklers come on.
We said we're always going to do it to celebrate on a podcast. So now you got to have a draw of a cigar too. So
That's fine.
you got to do it too, man. You got to get in on it with us.
That's cool.
That's a Cuban. That's a different brand one. Jose El Piedra. That's what it's called. And we always said we're gonna
It's been a while.
light up a stogie to celebrate our ways, weren't we?
Well,
So
when we
now
get-
when Jimmy and Johnny here, we're gonna light up one each. All four of us will light up one each.
John doesn't like it when we're doing it. But,
What's Robbie said there? Robbie, I think from what I can see, we've got to talk about JFK when we get Rob as a special guest. Because from what Rob's writing, seems to know a bit about it, eh?
Too much JFK pillow talk.
Coroner also said, this is what from Rob, Coroner also said, when the dead body arrived, there was no brains inside the head.
What?
Rob,
Coroner said that.
tell you what, Rob seems to know a bit about this, eh?
Wow. Okay.
Hey,
Didn't know
how
that.
you doing? And then he said, they also removed Marilyn Monroe. Too
Whoa.
much JFK pillow talk.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Rob seems to know a bit about it, eh?
Look, I reckon that definitely there were other shooters, and he was
Yeah,
good for a
that's
reason.
Yeah.
It is safe. It's the reason. Yeah, same probably reason that Abraham Lincoln was killed. I guess.
See, that
Not
goes
trying
in.
to change things.
Yeah, see, that goes into what Rob is saying. Allegation of evidence, suppression, tampering, and fabrication. Exactly what Rob's saying. If the body rocked up with no brain, that's tampering of evidence
Just a little bit.
and circumstantial
definitely-
evidence. So there's circumstantial evidence of a cover-up.
I think. Yeah. Look.
What
it's-
do you believe? Do you believe that?
It's-
Do you believe this lie that he was a Russian spy?
No, I don't
No.
believe that. I just don't think that he was making many friends in like in high positions, and
Who, JFK?
yeah, I reckon. And then they wanted to, like, as I said, like he probably wasn't going by what they wanted, and because he was the president and people loved him, people would listen to him,
Yeah.
and they go, "No, we're gonna get rid of this guy." So,
Going against the
like,
grain.
to do it there is crazy though. Like,
Yeah.
to do it in front of everyone, like, and the way it happened, like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
assassination was like crazy. Like,
I mean,
I guess the one,
I mean,
Abraham Lincoln,
and he gave Forrest Gump a Medal of Honor, so
he did. he
he's
did.
a nice guy.
Oh, that was a good movie too.
That was a great movie.
Tom
Hanks, a champion.
Yeah, it's a good actor. But
That's a new theory, apparently,
what?
in the last few years.
Who wrote this?
Ted Cruz's father was somehow involved.
No?
Ted Cruz's father was somehow involved. All right, so
Oh,
Rob,
I've got a.
wait, before Rob has put another thing for us.
We got a.
Wait, before we get that one, Rob has put another one. And the coroner found the magic bullet on the gurney table. So the Don is passing us over something. Yeah, come bring it in. We'll show it. We'll just show it.
Okay, so we got a.
So the resident Stig / Don has said this is who was involved with it.
See, yeah.
So he's reckon the Central Intelligence Agency killed him.
Mate, we've got black cars just rocking up to the outside.
They didn't care about Australia.
If the government did it, there's a theory right here for it.
See,
That's
Rob is
CIA.
saying, I think what you just said, Chris, correct. JFK wasn't playing the game, wanted to do too much.
Yeah, that's right, and that's why they want to get rid of him.
So CIA, Russians, Cubans. There's been a lot of people that have been.
Because you think about it, right? Like most presidents just toe the line. Like they won't go above, unless you're Trump. But Trump had a lot of. I don't know. Trump was a different story as well, but he was protected, I guess. But to assassinate Trump, like, he probably had like so many doubles everywhere.
Yeah, but listen,
You couldn't do it anyway.
listen. Stone Cold gave him a stunner.
But that's why I love Trump. Because he loves
That's
wrestling.
why I love Stone Cold.
But nah, I reckon definitely dodgy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've heard the most is that he didn't want to play. He wasn't playing the game.
No.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Like you said, the people were with him and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think he wanted to change the way the financial system was run.
Yeah.
So he wanted to change the banking system.
Well, if we read, so we'll read on what they actually tell us. So this is what they say, right? The assassination of John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. So only we had the anniversary of it. What is it? What's the date today? The 25th, 3 days ago,
Yeah.
right?
Shit.
And the murder of suspect Lee Harvey Oswald by nightclub owner Jack Ruby spawned numerous conspiracy theories. That's what they're saying, right? These theories allege the involvement of the CIA, that the Don has just told us, the mafia. Oh, actually, he said this one before, and we didn't mention it. And he said this one. I don't know who believes this. Remember the Don said, did Vice President, a.k.a. Homer Simpson, Lyndon Johnson, get him killed? So he could get power? So he could become president?
Could. Maybe.
Because, and I go, that's like something out of the ancient times where someone kills a king to become king.
That's true.
But does anyone think in the comments, did Lyndon Johnson get him killed? So Rob has said Trump was the perfect leader for every other country, easily manipulated. Fortunia, see, I was going to touch on that before she said that. They've got rid of many Kennedys because his cousin's been assassinated. That was Arnie's wife is a Kennedy, or ex-wife, Maria Shriver. And also both her uncles have been assassinated. I think 3 of them. I'm not 100%, but...
His son got killed in
his son, yeah.
plane crash. So
Exactly.
mysterious.
So,
that's not a
Yeah, it's
conspiracy.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it the Q1 people were
What was
waiting for him to come back?
What
Did
was
you
the
see
brother's name? He got assassinated?
When was
Robert.
Did you guys see a few weeks ago the QAnon, like conspiracy theorists were like all gathered at I don't know where they were, and they're waiting for JFK Jr. to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one ever rocked up.
Fucking hell, man.
Last time I saw JFK Jr. was on Seinfeld.
Yeah, he was in Seinfeld.
Elaine was obsessed with him.
Yeah, that's right. He was cool. I like JFK.
See, Rob is agreeing with Fortuny, like what we said. Yeah, like I think 3 of them or 4 of them or something have been.
Yeah.
They're gone. So whatever it is, but so back to that. That's an interesting one that the Don said about Lyndon Johnson, that he, got him done. Or so back to it, or Cuban Prime Minister Fidel Castro, or the KGB. So they're saying
Russians.
the Russians,
Yeah.
Castro,
I reckon.
and that was during the Cold War at the time. I think
I reckon
that
it was
was all going
inside,
on.
man. I reckon it was the inside job because
it could be. So
Yeah,
they're
that's
saying
what I think.
the original FBI investigation and Warren Commission report, as well as an alleged benign CIA cover-up, have led to the claim that the federal government deliberately covered up crucial information in the aftermath of the assassination. Former Los Angeles District Attorney Vincent Bugliosi estimated that a total of 42 groups, 82 assassins, and 214 people had been accused at one time or another in various conspiracy scenarios.
Shit.
In 1964, the Warren Commission concluded that Oswald acted alone in assassinating Kennedy.
Was Oswald's not like a? There's no way he could have done it. Like isn't he like a bit of a weird character as well?
I don't know.
Because
not.
didn't he have like some? Did he have a mental issue as well? Like
I'm not
mental
sure.
Disability.
Well, they go on to say, in 1979, the United States House of Select Committee on Assassinations, which now they tell us HSCA, they made me read it out 4 times, concluded that Kennedy was probably assassinated in a conspiracy and that Oswald did not act alone. So this is 1979.
Yeah.
16 years later, after he's been, I think they said 63, got assassinated. So going how many years later, Kennedy was probably assassinated in a conspiracy and that Oswald did not act alone. The HSCA concluded a second gunman also fired at Kennedy based on the acoustic evidence that was later discredited. So they've had acoustic evidence. And they're saying maybe Lee Harvey Oswald was involved, but someone else was shooting as well. That's what they're... So maybe he was like Rob is saying, just set up. He's put there and they've sold, you hold that gun as well because we're firing from here and we're going to kill the president.
Definitely interesting, guys.
Rob has said Warren Commission chose self-preservation over truth. Maybe we should have had Rob here for the JFK one.
You can revisit it.
Seems like he knows a bit more than us. What do you reckon?
Look, I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm definitely it's inside job. CIA is behind it.
So what do you reckon? So
because if the only what was he doing? He was like going against.
Well, if he's going against the Federal Reserves and
that's
that,
what I mean. Like,
isn't that what happened with Abraham Lincoln? To my knowledge, was he
trying to
trying
change everything and
So if they give you the option, let's say CIA, Lyndon Johnson, so Vice President, KGB, which is the Russians, Fidel Castro,
could be
just someone else. What would you side with?
CIA.
CIA.
It seems the most realistic one to me.
I don't think the KGB would do it. I mean, I don't think so. How would they I don't know. Maybe. Look, it's all possible, but there's no
But what?
there's no 100%.
Yeah,
but
what do you
I'll go more the CIA. I reckon they did it to their own, for sure.
Well, they framed Frank Castle in The Punisher.
They did. They did.
They frame everyone in the
They
movie.
frame. I just don't trust you. I don't know. Does your
What about you, Lucas?
Does your partner have anything?
Yeah, well, it's Hook sitting there. We've got an American in the chat. No,
Don't know if she's still there or not.
What do you mean? What do you mean? She's meant to be watching us, man.
No, I don't know. Like actually actively.
What's going
typing,
on?
but
Still got it on view.
I think it would be an inside job.
Definitely.
It's the most logical. I mean, like with the Russia thing, it could be. Who knows? Like, it could be like such a broader scope of like a global thing,
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, if you did want to close all those things down, and obviously that's all internal with the US, but does it have like a ripple effect onto the rest of the world eventually, and with Russia and all that kind of stuff? Who knows? It's so much to consider. Like,
the Cold War was happening, wasn't it, back then?
Yeah, I think it was. So. Well, that's what I was saying. It was during the Cold War because that's Cold War. Castro's in it. So.
But yeah.
So Robert said, when your livelihood is threatened, Abraham Maslow theory says you will do anything to keep your life, job, etc. in any environment. So.
Interesting stuff, man. But what do you reckon, KP?
Oh, listen, like I said at the beginning, I think he's in it. Oh, I don't know, is he alive? I'm not sure. Obviously not. I don't think he would be?
Oh,
because he might have been. How old was he meant to be at the time? He may be. He may be in. I don't know. But prison. I think he was framed. I think it was. Definitely think he was framed. Now, I definitely don't think he did it.
Yeah.
And you side to the CIA, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I don't think. Listen, I don't know what Cuba were like at the time. Castro, he could do anything he wanted in Cuba.
Yeah.
But could he have gotten into America to kill the president?
I don't know.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know how
maybe
good his,
Yeah.
So that makes obviously they were having there was a divide because Kennedy signed off on the embargo to Cuba and it's still intact to this day. So there was obviously a divide.
Robert brings up a good point. The space race was huge back then.
Yes.
So that could have been a thing for the Russians to
Yeah.
the KGB.
So, and that's what I'm saying. See, the Russians, on the other hand, they probably could have got someone in there to kill him because I mean they got, you know.
I just don't.
But
I just don't think so.
Space race too. That's a good point.
yeah, you know, you sort of side to the CIA, don't you?
Yeah.
Like it's
Like that's a good point for the Russians to kill him
Yeah.
because they were in the space race as well. You know, so because they wanted to go to the moon.
pulls tinfoil hat on tighter. And Robert said, "Thanks, your comment has just proved my point." Love all. See, before we finish on that, don't you love all this interaction in the chat?
Yeah, it's
I
good.
love
We've got people from all walks just.
I love it.
You know, your people, Rob, is
Yeah.
one of my best friends. Like,
There you
just
go.
people just talking.
It's cool.
One of our best family friends, just people just talking.
No,
it's
it's
the
good
best.
stuff.
Your sisters, you know, there's people in there. Just the interaction's the best.
Russia did have the first man in space.
Yeah.
We
It was
we talked about the man on the moon last week, didn't we?
no, it was like two.
I was playing PUBG and came into this late. What point was that? I'm curious. I think it's about your tinfoil hat, man.
No, I'm pretty set on the CIA, I reckon.
Yeah.
What's the Don? What do you reckon? You reckon Lyndon Johnson?
Yeah, I would have thought Russia was the first man in space.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they reckon that too.
Listen, but
You
did they?
don't-
But did they say?
Yuri Gagarin.
Yeah, but did he say it's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind? He didn't. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's great. I love
I'm
it.
the best impersonator. You know.
You do, you're
love
good.
my impersonations.
You're good. Yeah, nah. Yeah.
Listen, I think,
Inside job for sure, yeah.
as Rob put in before, I think LHO, which is, you know, that's short for his name because it's a big name.
Yeah.
It was definitely set up.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know how they say, like, there's that theory of second gunman and all that? I actually think he had nothing to do with it. That's
Yeah.
my opinion. I don't think Lee Harvey Oswald had anything to do with it. I just think he was put there and they said, you're taking the fall for this. Or,
Do you think
you know, because people in the end, like, sorry, Chris,
That's right.
but, you know, they say to people, you're taking the fall for this or we're going to kill you.
Yeah.
People don't actually realize being killed was probably the better option.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, so I'll do it, you know, like, whatever. I'm scared because people get scared, like it's fear. Fortinier said, inside job for sure. Gio said, do you want to meet him, Gio? I can hook up a meeting. He's a nice guy. He meets everyone.
Oh my god,
See,
the world is not flat.
It's a VIP thing.
Yuri
You
said
gotta-
the world is not flat. Mate, I think when we do the conspiracies, we've got to get Rob in, don't we?
Well, you're gonna get Rob and
Con in for the
The
world.
flat
is not
earth.
flat. He loves the flat earth, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he does.
He loves the flat earth.
He will tell you that flat's it.
I don't know, Rob, if-
100%.
Oh, I remember you saying it.
Listen,
last
Rob,
time, actually,
I don't know.
yeah.
We did the Hollow Earth a couple weeks ago, and George loved it. So if you know anything about the Hollow Earth, just
You know what? I love the flat Earth theory as well. Like, cause, like I find it really interesting. Not that
Yeah.
I believe in it. It's just like people
But that's-
that believe in it. I love it.
See, that's
know
what I'm
they
like
think.
with all the
Yeah.
conspiracies. Like last week, we did the Port Arthur massacre, and it's like I said, it's not that. It's just real interesting.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so interesting. Like it's,
The Port Arthur one was very
Yeah,
Yes,
that
it
was-
was.
It was very close to home. So, but and before LHO talks, Jack Ruby told to kill him.
Well, that's what it said when I read that out.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. I read that out. Yeah, Jack Ruby is told go. So we were saying before we don't have it. He got killed. Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald got murdered. So that was part of the conspiracy. Jack Ruby, go kill Lee Harvey Oswald before he goes and says I had nothing to do with it. Because in the end, if he killed the president, why would this guy go get murdered?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that just shows like Rob hit the nail on the head. George just said he loved the Hollow Earth because it's so ridiculous. Why? Have you been?
Why is it, look,
Have you been inside the Earth? Do you know?
So yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 down the line.
Yeah, we have to.
With
We're
the
gonna do
sequel.
part two.
I'm gonna ask. I was actually thinking about asking Gio to go on an expedition to the South Pole.
Well, has he been there? He doesn't know.
See the opening.
Remember what we said? Remember what we said on the show? If you haven't been, you don't know.
That's
You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe the most ridiculous thing.
Oh, you know what? I actually think that's the best argument ever by Rob. The world can't be flat because cats would have knocked everything off it by now. Cats jump on everything flat, man. They do. They like just tap things like that. My cat's crazy.
I found this the other day that kind of made me laugh about the
Is that the Hollow Earth?
yeah the
Flat
flat
Earth.
Earth.
Oh, the flat Earth.
Let's get this brighter.
Oh yeah. So it'd be everything would just be day.
It just.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
No, but what it is, they're
Oh,
not,
no.
they're not
Hey,
saying
that's
that
the
the
best.
Earth's flat.
Wait, can you
They're
show the
saying
camera that?
Is it kind of in reverse? Or is it going to be...
I will just show it.
Put the brightness down.
They might not be able to see it. So if the Earth is flat, they're just saying pretty much you can't really see it.
you can't see it, it's
It'll
not
just be
fake.
sun. It'll just be day every day. It'll just be daylight all day because it's flat.
Yeah.
No, but what they say is the Earth is actually round, but the actual land is flat.
We know it's flat because they
Yeah.
walk on it.
That's what they mean. So like,
Is that like that movie? Like what's it? Not Journey to the Center of the Earth. What's that one? He walks to the end of the Earth. There's an old movie where something like that happens. He walks to the end and it's just this cliff. But he just probably realised he was at like a waterfall or something.
No, Journey of the Center of the Earth is
I know that
the
one.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
It's about the Hollywood.
Hollow.
Yeah,
I know that. That's
But it's funny that it's funny that Geo.
He loved it, didn't he?
There's been movies made of it.
Well, Journey to the Center of the Earth is like the rocks in it, isn't it? The new
Oh, yeah,
ones.
he
I think
is
it's in
the
the
new
new
one.
ones.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, can see it. Nah, conspiracy theories are fun. We're going to be doing more coming.
Oh.
We're going to talk about 9/11 coming.
Listen, guys, if there's any conspiracy you want us to talk about, can anyone put it in the chat right now? Because we you know, there's so many. Is there anything that anyone wants to talk about? Because obviously you interact in the chat, so you can talk about it with us. Is there, you know?
I actually have a suggestion off stream to let you guys know that could help with this kind of
All
stuff
right, we'll
too.
do it. Yeah, definitely.
Are they just a?
See, there must be a hollow bit through the middle.
I've got a message from someone saying, "Can we please also have an in-depth conversation about the deputy premier having no confidence motion moved against her this week?"
Our deputy,
Yeah,
the
apparently.
deputy premier in South Australia,
Looks like it.
who's it? Don, who's the deputy premier? Shows how much we know to talk about.
Yeah, we don't know about. We're gonna bring.
Isn't Mike Rand still the premier?
Probably.
You know,
I don't know about that, but
is this really the Truman Show?
Truman
Who's
Show.
Truman? The big man, Lucas, or me?
all right. But no, I love the Truman Show. It's a great.
Truman
movie.
Show's a good movie. Jim Carrey's champion.
Great
Yeah,
movie. You see what he did at that. He's doing this sign at this Jimmy Kimmel show.
Was he an Illuminati?
And saying, he goes, the jig's up, man. Like, we all know, like, stop pretending. And they're like, what's he saying, man? And I thought it was crazy. That's another.
He's gone off the boil a bit, man, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Does anyone know about him recently?
Not recently.
So Jim Carrey's partner committed suicide.
Oh, no.
Like this is going back a while now. And it was with her. And I think she left a note. Like, and the parents, like, blame Jim Carrey. Like, and then he was on Comedians in Cars with Jerry Seinfeld, and he's, not that he's gone loopy, he's just, you see him, he's like a real
I think, like, yeah, he's.
out there dude, like, and it's like it knocked him a bit.
Yeah.
I think, but a lot of Hollywood, like, if you go see what they do in Hollywood,
Oh,
like, they're crazy. Like,
Yeah.
the stuff they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So, my sister brings up a good point. Are we in a simulation?
Are we in the Matrix?
well,
Maybe we are. Is this real?
listen, I'm no scientist, but someone else can say this for me. Isn't the definition of string theory is that we are just a mirror image of, the planet is however miles away, whatever. And
Yeah.
we're just that's what string theory is, I
Yeah.
believe. We're just a mirror image of that. So we're not actually real. We're just a mirror image of.
It's interesting, man.
But then if that was true, why would I be saying that? Why are they talking about it?
They're making you talking about
Yeah,
it.
well, there you go.
Well, yeah.
It's a good mirror. Did they get that at IKEA? It's massive.
Start the car.
That's the best.
Look,
The metaverse, Fortin is saying.
the metaverse. Maybe this is the metaverse. Maybe we are in a Matrix.
Yeah,
that movie Matrix is very.
What pill would you have taken?
It's crazy, isn't it?
I would have taken the red pill.
Which one did he take
I
again?
can't remember.
He took the blue pill, didn't he?
I can remember.
Oh, I took the blue pill.
He takes the blue pill, doesn't he? I don't know if I can take the red pill.
Let me have a look up while you guys discuss.
Probably blue
Elon
pill.
Musk believes we are in a video game.
Oh,
Jess said, I saw a theory Jim Carrey's wife was killed because of what he was calling out. So, so it's a conspiracy.
Wow.
There you go.
We're gonna do that conspiracy. That'll be a good one.
He takes the red pill.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, okay.
He
That's
takes
what.
the
sorry.
blue pill. The story ends.
Because that's what that guy says to him. What's that actor? He's like,
No, he takes the blue pill.
He's like,
takes the blue
I
pill
ask
because he goes
myself
into
all the
walk-
time,
he goes
why or
story
why
and
didn't
he
I
goes back
take
to
that pill?
Is it?
Jess agrees. We saw that. Elon Musk believes with
Yeah.
the video game. I saw
He
it.
takes.
George is saying the red pill.
Yeah, the red pill. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, red pill. He took the red
So
pill.
what pill would you have taken?
Red pill.
Has to be
Yeah, but
red.
you're saying that now.
I said red pill in the beginning.
Well, I'm not just going to guess a colour. I like red because red's my favourite colour.
Yeah, but when he described it all to you, what would you have really taken?
You have to go red. You have to go on the adventure. Go
Would you
Alice,
stay
in
in, like-
Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole.
Would you stay in this? If you knew there was an alternate reality.
Well,
would
he
you
didn't
stay
know
or
at
would you-
first, did he? He was just like,
No.
he still didn't know yet.
No.
Yeah, not really.
Well, first I would have punched Morpheus to see if he was real. And if it was like, I would have, I'm taking the red pill.
Who do you want? You are the chosen.
Yeah. You know when he walks out and he's
You
like,
are the one.
you know when all those memes back in the day, they come out like, what is time? Can I have a Coke? And it's like, what is Coke?
But if you seriously knew there was it was.
Oh, I would have taken the red one.
Yeah.
Because you got it, you know.
You got it. You can't just stay in this place. You got to
So-
go see each other.
Play it too safe.
What? So Jess is dead, and they dubbed laughing on the Jimmy Kimmel show where Jimmy was calling it out.
Yeah, I saw
There
it.
you
I've
go,
seen
yeah.
it.
And then I read the Matrix script before watching the movie. It did my head in, Rob said. So, yeah, there you go.
Jim.
There's
Robert
apparently proof no one in the crowd was laughing. Jess is saying about the one you talk about. Always take the red pill, foot in his head. Really, Rob, that would have been insane. George is answering Rob. And then Rob just said, what was Jim calling out? What was he actually
He was
calling
actually
out?
doing a sign, the Illuminati sign, which is
Yeah.
that, and he's sticking his tongue out.
Yeah. But was it maybe he was calling out the thing about his wife? Is that what it was? What Jess is talking about?
No, he was saying about how everyone in the business, the Hollywood business, is
No, but Jess said, I saw the theory. Jim Carrey's wife was killed because of what he was calling out,
Oh,
and
okay.
then they dubbed laughing on the Jimmy Kimmel show where Jim was calling it out. So yeah, it must be the Illuminati. He was calling out the Illuminati
He
thing.
was.
No, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Elon Musk,
Jess said Illuminati. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was calling out the Illuminati thing. Yeah.
Elon Musk believes we're in a video game.
What video game? Are we like
Is
Ryan
it
Reynolds
like
in
a
that new?
platformer? It can't be a platformer. It's got to be an open world game.
Are we like, it's got to be an MMO.
MMO.
It has to be an MMO.
It's the biggest simulation of an MMO.
The best.
You know.
MMO, man.
Who's controlling me, man?
Yeah.
Whoever created me is the best. He was sitting there, I'm going to create this character. Give him a bun. Listen, guys, if you don't know, at 500 subs, the hair is coming down. So we're
Talking
gonna put
about
that,
subs.
Do you want me to put that up for you, Chris? While
Guys,
you're talking?
look, we're doing a giveaway, guys. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Now, this giveaway is for our Instagram followers. So once we hit 500 subs on YouTube, we're going to be going and picking
A random
follower
follower.
from Instagram. And they're going to be getting a t-shirt and a voucher. And when we get to 1,000 subs, we're going to pick another random follower from Instagram. And they're going to be getting a
hoodie and a
hoodie
PSN voucher.
PSN voucher worth
And-
$100.
And the little thing that we said is at 500 subs, we said it back at like 200 subs that KP was going to take his hair down for a show.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's coming, isn't it?
That's right. Now, the reason we're not picking the subscriber count, because I've had a few people say, oh, why don't you, like, when you're picking the winners, why isn't it your subscribers? Because when you go when you subscribe or when you join YouTube, the default is hidden.
Yeah.
So when people subscribe, we don't know who subscribed.
Yeah, a lot of them we don't
Yeah.
know, yeah.
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 Or 90% of people that subscribe to us, it doesn't come up.
Reborn
Yeah,
said we're
so-
in real life Sims.
Yeah.
We could be in real life Sims.
Probably.
Pretty much.
I used to love SimCity 2000. Man.
But yeah, guys,
That was good.
if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe
Yeah,
and go
please.
follow us on Instagram in the chance to win those prizes.
Like, share, and subscribe. Get your friends subscribing to us. We appreciate it. It's
Awesome.
Can you still buy Pong? I love Pong.
What's fun?
You remember that game Pong? It was like
The two.
ding.
Oh, yeah, that game. The Atari thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Pong was alright, man. Well, like those old games were actually very difficult. Like
They were.
like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man.
They were.
So, was Donkey Kong a villain? Well, he's
He
a
was
villain.
portrayed as a
In
villain,
the
yeah.
first,
The first one he
villain,
was.
isn't he? And then they bring him back in Donkey Kong 64, and all of a sudden he's like this
Yeah.
Super Mario, dude, that's a hero.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's just marketing. People just
I'd say they're
try
not
and...
marketable.
Well,
Yeah.
He-Man was created as a toy first.
Yeah. Yeah. And look at it
So
now.
I'm a bit upset at Kevin Smith. Makes this He-Man show and He-Man's not even in it.
He-Man, like, they could redo that. And
They've done it. They remade the movie. They tried
movie.
to remake. They want to remake the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. But who they wanted Chris Hemsworth to play him?
Yeah.
Because he looks Thor. He looks like
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Who else can play him now?
He-Man, not many people not many
I love He-Man.
youngsters know about He-Man.
I love He-Man.
You know what I mean? It's more our generation.
Dude, did you watch He-Man cartoons?
Not really, no.
I loved
Oh,
He-Man.
I loved it.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Skeletor.
Skeletor's the best. Luke Skywalker is Skeletor in the new one.
Yeah.
Teenage
That's the
Mutant
best.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Super Nintendo.
Oh, it was hard.
Hardest game of all
It
time.
was a very hard game.
Is that the one that was an arcade?
George struggled with Pro Protector, man. So.
Pro Protector. Pro Protector was...
Pro Protector?
What was that
It
one?
was Contra originally.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they made it Super Alien Pro Protector here.
Yeah, okay.
George can get upset that I said he struggled.
Hey, before we go,
He's not
guys.
going to take that like it's going to be like cut him deep.
Before we go, guys, I was going to ask Lucas about his Twitch
Uh-oh.
channel. How's it all going?
It's going alright, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Why are you saying all that for, man? Wait, we'll bring
no,
it
I
up.
haven't
For
done...
anyone that's new in again, we always bring it up for you, Lucas. Like, and I've edited it with your thing. Because George gave me the lamest picture.
Well, yeah, I've only streamed once a week in the last couple of weeks, so kind of still trying to work out what I want to do with my time. So normally I used to stream 3 days a week, but I just got lots going on outside of streaming at the moment, like good stuff. So I just don't know, just trying to at least squeeze in one stream a week to keep in touch with everyone
Yeah.
and whatnot. So yeah, last week I played Halo the day that came out. This week played some Battlefield last night, and
But you said you haven't been putting a camera up, have you?
no, not for the last 4 or 5 streams. Just I don't know. I don't have any issues with the camera. I just feel like just chilling at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do in terms of like what I want to do overall. So I'm just going to keep going with it for now. And I just
Are you playing any blockchain games, Miss Cryptopolis has said?
no, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. But yeah, I don't know. It's going good though. Like it's still the regulars still come in.
That's
You know, and last night we were playing with 3 or 4 of us in a squad in Battlefield.
Yeah.
He's paying you out because that's what it looked like you said.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because it's all right. Reborn, you can say whatever you want. It's fine.
Reborn's champion. Hey, listen,
He is.
we
because he's heard me talk about it on my streams enough times. Just like he's probably heard it 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know, but I shouted him out the other night on the Man United one,
Yeah,
and I got to shout him out again.
Yeah.
Like, he's a Liverpool fan, comes and watches our Man United show, watches every one of our shows. Like,
good bloke.
he is, man, he's champion.
Yeah.
Like, and he comes on the Man United one. And he doesn't just talks about all like football with us, and
Yeah.
he asks us questions, and we talk, and like he's a real good guy, man. So big shout out to Reborn.
he's a
Thank
mad
you.
lad. He discovered me during my Dark Souls 1 naked playthrough. Right,
Yeah,
not sitting there naked. My character.
I don't believe you, man. I've heard stories.
Oh,
About,
that's
I've
sorry.
heard stories about your World of Warcraft character being naked, and
Oh yeah, that's different. Yeah, but no, I was doing a run in Dark Souls 1 with no armor, just the weapon. Just a weapon, and that's it. So he found me through that.
yeah,
Oh,
Just-
cool.
I know
Yeah.
that. Reborn, then you decide to stick around. And
Yeah,
then
he's a good bloke, man.
what's the train wreck happen over the next 5 years?
Hey,
No, it's been good though. Like he's been there. Because I think that was probably about 6 to 8 months in from me starting to stream. So
Yeah.
within the first year, and he's pretty much been there the whole time.
yeah. Oh, he's cool, man. He's champion.
He's pretty much been there the whole time with us now. With HFD
Ah, he's
Podcast.
champion. So we
Yeah.
always we give a thank out to all the we know deep down there's all these people that come here for Lucas, no. But we hope we're winning over all you SOT squad people to become HFD gang. We hope we're winning over because Lucas is a HFD gang now. So we're hoping
Yeah.
we're winning you over.
We actually want to talk about when me and KP was talking about it, like how we talked about Twitch with you. We actually want to talk about YouTube and how
Yeah, we want to talk
how
about
difficult
just content
it can
creating.
be,
Yeah, like
how hard
yeah,
it is
yeah.
and how like, the struggles.
I
with
don't
it,
think
like-
people listen. People might not. People don't know unless they're doing it and they're doing things like that. Like how much work me and Chris and John and Jimmy, like how much stuff we put into all this. Like it's
Yeah,
it's a lot of
not
work.
just like a flick it on and go with it. It's
No.
yeah, it's heaps to it.
like people might see that and think, oh, we've turned the camera on now and we're just
Yeah,
going. You know what I mean? Like it's,
Yeah,
Well, there's no script or anything, but like,
No.
we've had to think about topics. We've got to think
Yeah.
about what we're doing, promotional work,
scheduling.
looking at what we can do to help grow our channel.
yeah.
It's not easy, and like, there's no rewards really. There's no income coming in from it, so
No.
we do it for the love of it. So,
Yeah. We have so
Yeah.
much fun doing it, and it's
yeah, that's the reason. And no, there's a lot of talk about with it as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
You have your days like you never see your subscriber count move. It's like
I know, like we went through a gap of I think 200 to 300 was like,
really quick.
Yeah,
and then 300 to 400 went quick too.
Yeah, 400 now.
But now
500.
400 is just
It's just
it's like stagnated, you know, like it's.
yeah.
But our watch time's gone through the roof
Yeah.
with our podcast.
That's why we always like, share, subscribe, comment.
Yeah,
For anyone that's been watching, if you haven't liked, please do like it. That's a big thing for us as
yeah.
well.
Hit
so-
the thumbs up, guys. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. It still helps us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't like it.
But yeah, that's why we always please share it. You know, get
Yeah.
people on board.
And also our listeners on Spotify or any podcasts out there. Hello.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks for
we
watching.
we do believe that. We were saying it last week, and you were saying about the segment with Jimmy. We did a real estate thing. We do believe that once we get more people, that our content is actually really good.
Yeah.
That once people start watching, they'll realize that we do.
It's just getting-
it deserves more. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's it's all you got. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? Unless it was in a hollow earth.
Yeah, you just got to find your footing and see what works. Because obviously, you guys
Yeah.
are experimenting too, so you want to see what works, what doesn't work. And it takes time. It's not like it's an overnight thing.
Yeah. I think Reborn is saying what I said about the Liverpool thing, that the bands are always good to get a rival perspective on things too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then Cryptopolis said you guys do awesome work.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, we're actually doing a lot of shorts. So if
Yes.
you've gone through our channels, we're uploading a lot of shorts, which are short videos.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different with the algorithm. So we're trying to work both
Experiment with
ways.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
experimenting with it at the
Yeah.
moment. So check them out, guys. They're pretty. The ones with the coffee making.
We do also tell people we went to a school that we don't know what algorithm is. So
But all right, guys. Well,
it's been good, eh?
it's been.
Tell you
it's been a
what,
blast.
I was actually Rob a lot. I was actually interested about how much people knew about the JFK thing.
I know.
That was a big. That was.
It's one of the biggest conspiracies.
It's one of the
out
big
there.
ones, isn't it?
Because a lot of people
Yeah.
know that it's shifty.
Because you know why?
Yeah.
It was like if someone did that to Nixon, no one would have cared. It happened to JFK, everyone cared. It was
Because
like,
JFK was like so popular.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah. Are you TikToking? We are TikToking.
yes.
We've got more followers on TikTok than we do on everywhere
Yeah.
else.
So we're trying to get them over.
We've got about 1,200 followers.
Yeah,
on
we're
TikTok,
trying to get them over.
but it's not easy
Over
getting them
to
over.
us.
Yeah. It's not easy getting
I
them
don't have
over. Them.
TikTok, but I watched it a little bit through Hooks's.
Yeah, we're trying to.
guys on there.
We're trying to get them over to us. Like that's what we want. Our main goal, our main thing is like, listen, we do the TikTok and obviously like all the other things, but our main thing is YouTube because we love doing this. Like so,
Yeah, of course.
our main platform is YouTube that we want to grow, and yeah, you know.
Yeah, like if we could do this full time,
Oh,
be the best.
so before we go, I'm going to ask again to the group if there's any questions you want to ask, any other things, but if there is any conspiracy you want us to bring up on the show, please put it in the chat. And
Or
if there's
any-
any other questions you want to hit us,
Or any topics you want us to
yeah,
cover.
any topics, hit us with them now.
Because we're always talking about what should we do next week.
We'll just continue to shoot the breeze for 5 minutes while the chat can get back to us.
Anything you would want to talk about?
Well, we've got to do the gaming thing, I said, don't we?
Yeah, we were discussing before.
Gaming.
We
So I
started.
think the next in 2 weeks' time when
state of game.
2 weeks' time when Gio's back, maybe we'll do that'll just be a whole show, State of Gaming. I think because
that'd be
Gio
good
said
one.
he wants to be in on that. That'll go.
I can go for ages.
George will like pull out an axe about like in-game sales and
Oh, yeah.
like.
You know, my son Andrew,
Dude,
Yeah.
wait, before you say it, how old's Andrew?
6.
Andrea's the best 6-year-old at Fortnite.
Yeah.
Dude, this kid.
Well, yeah, like because he's been
Like
sick.
Fortnite, he's killing. I'm like,
He's been
he's
sick at
getting
home.
kills, and I'm like, he goes, Kerry, I'm like, Andrea, what the hell, man?
He's building and everything.
And he like thinks I'm good, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm an adult.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Well, he's like, he's 6.
yeah,
and,
we want to talk about that, Jess. Just they haven't all watched it yet. I wanted that to be this week because it just came
Tiger
out.
King next week.
Tiger King, but yeah,
We'll talk about that next week.
yeah, we got to. Tiger King, we got to.
But yeah, Andrea was like, he'd been sick at home this week from school, so kept him home and he was playing Fortnite today, and he was showing.
He's a
He goes,
big.
look, Baba. I go, what? And he goes, first victory on a
Yeah.
solo.
What a
I
beast.
go, what?
What a beast.
How
Yeah.
did he do that?
We're going to try to do Tiger King next week and favourite comedians, Jess reckons. But the problem with favourite comedians is me and Chris is just like, George will have some, but me and Chris are like Eddie Murphy. We were like,
Eddie
we said
Murphy.
it.
I love the best.
Oh, listen, I love Richard Pryor and I love Robin Williams. I thought he was a great stand-up, but we can put that on an episode.
We
It's
could
a
talk
good one.
about Galaxy Quest all day.
Oh my God. Grapthas Hammer.
Crap,
You know, I was at work, right? Obviously, because I'm in like home maintenance, I got like, I think I said it on another show, I had this normal killer hammer. This like, I don't know what it is, a killer hammer. And I call that Mjolnir,
Yeah.
like Thor's hammer. But then I've got this massive sledgehammer, and that's Grapthas Hammer. Alan Rickman, Grapthas Hammer.
That's
Grapthas Hammer kills
one
Mjolnir,
of
man.
my favourite movies.
Oh, that movie's the best.
Galaxy Quest is up there for me too.
If Johnny, I don't know if John's in the, Nick Swartzen is a great stand-up. I don't know if people have watched his stand-up.
Yeah.
Jess, no, he is amazing.
Carl
He's-
Barron's good.
Yeah, he's funny.
man,
yeah.
he's good.
Yeah. Alan Rickman, Grapthas Hammer smashes Mjolnir, man. Grapthas Hammer. Alan Rickman's champion.
Mitch
I
Hedberg.
actually,
Hey?
Mitch Hedberg. You guys heard of him?
I don't
He's
know.
passed away. He's from like, what would it have been? Maybe mid 2000s.
I don't like the Bill Burr and that now, like he's popular and
Yeah. I don't
George loves him, but I don't actually like him that much.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
I think he's overrated. Listen, and I said it, we've talked about this about athletes. No.
I'm
Being
waiting for Gio's reaction.
No, well, being overrated. No, listen. Being overrated doesn't mean you're not good.
Yeah, I know.
It's just I think they make him out like he's one of the best ever, where I don't think he is.
Yeah.
That's just me. But
Yeah.
you know, like, see, Jerry Seinfeld is one of my favorite comedians. Like that's
Yeah.
you could do an 8-hour podcast on
Galaxy Quest.
I could too. I love it.
yeah, I love Galaxy Quest. So I don't know. We're gonna say I don't know if John is still in the chat. Me and Gio have had this joke ongoing with John for like since we were kids. John is Guy.
He got John his guy.
So if you know, you know. If you've seen Galaxy Quest, Guy, that's Johnny G. So next time you're in the chat, just call John Guy when he's on the next. I think he's on next week.
Subject. Yeah, he goes like that. Subject.
Yes, the best. I'll see. My favorite character in Galaxy Quest is actually Mathazar.
Oh, methods are the best.
We are Thermians from the Klaatu Nebula. We need your help. Please, Commander, you are our last hope.
Please, Commander.
You know when he finds it. You know what the best bit is? You know when you've seen Galaxy Quest?
A long time ago.
Yeah, but you know the bit when he tells him, he goes, tell him like he's a child. Tell him like he's a child. He needs to know, you know, like he's a liar.
Galaxy Quest.
And he tells him he's a liar and he goes, he's like, oh God, it's the best.
I gotta rewatch it.
And then he comes in when he finds out and he's like, the ship was all made up. What a clever deception. It's the best,
It's
man.
that guy from.
Just shoot me.
Yeah, just shoot
Just
me.
Shoot
That's
Me,
right.
the
Yeah,
best,
he's a
man.
legend. Any
John
more?
is so guy. Current comedians, are we talking stand up or on screen? Yeah, any, Rob, like Jess said. John, not a chance. Because Rob knows John
John.
too.
We're gonna get Rob on the top.
Yeah, we've got to get Rob on here. Yeah, see, listen, he didn't do heaps of them, but my favourite comedian, because it was in movies and that, is Eddie Murphy. And Robin Williams is close second, I think. I love
Yeah,
Robin
yeah.
Williams. And I think his stand-ups were amazing. He was...
Oh, 100%.
Listen, I don't know if people have ever seen it. If you want to see how talented Robin Williams was, see the movie Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
He's like just this radio host during the Vietnam War, and pretty much the whole movie was ad-libbed.
Oh yeah.
So you just get to see Robin Williams like at his best.
Yeah.
Like he's just...
Cool.
He's amazing, so yeah. Enrico Calatoni. Jess is laughing because I don't think any of us know who that is. Rob, you've come up with All of us are just gonna be googling Enrico Calatoni after Jeff is just cracked up laughing. I think Rob is doing an audition for the podcast, isn't he? We're gonna get him on. He's coming up with some good ones, isn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's coming up with some good ones. What about I know Jess's dad loves him, and I know George liked him. Billy Connolly.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's popular.
Yeah.
He was popular and he's funny. It just depends what comedy you're into. Like
Yeah.
people are into that crude comedy, like Andrew Dice Clay. You know, Andrew Dice Clay that was it depends what you like, isn't it?
Hey, look, HFD just wrote, hey lads.
Hey, should I go in and comment as HFT? So it was about
I
Jimmy.
wonder who that is.
It's got to be Jimmy. I
It has to be
reckon.
Jimmy.
Get Rob on for sure. Yeah, we're gonna get Rob on.
Yeah,
we don't know if we
that'd
get Rob on for. If we get Rob on for soccer one with me, we'll be talking for about 15 hours. So we might just get him on a regular one first, and then we'll go to a soccer one.
Jimmy T has been found.
Yeah, Jimmy T's been found.
No.
Who? What's his name? The blonde guy. Yeah, but I don't like him because he actually. Do you know the story about him? David Spade. That's who I think.
David Spade's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know why I don't like him? Do you know he went on Saturday Night Live? This is a true story, and because Eddie Murphy made Saturday Night Live. If it wasn't for Eddie Murphy, Saturday Night Live wouldn't even exist. And he went on. He put a picture up. A thing of Eddie Murphy came, and he went, "Oh look, a falling star." And apparently he finished his skit, and they go to him, "Listen, David, Eddie Murphy's on the phone." And he picked up the phone and he just goes, "Listen, Eddie Murphy just,
Lost it.
no, he just whipped me. Like, pretty much, and he goes, I knew, like, pretty much told me, like, listen, if it wasn't for me, you would not even exist." And he goes, still to this day, I live with that. Like, I drilled him. He's like, and I have to live with that. Like, he goes, because it was, you know, he goes, I know. He goes, if it wasn't for him, because he started on Saturday Night Live, because I would pretty much not have a career.
Yeah.
And he goes, I did it. It was like, and he goes, the phone was there waiting for me. And they were like, listen, because Eddie Murphy's like a god there.
Yeah,
They're like, listen, here. And he just did not, I didn't get to speak, just ripped me. And he's like, I live with that like every day. Like,
Wow.
Enrico Calatoni is Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah,
That's him.
Yeah. Oh, so that's his name. Yeah,
That's his name.
He's a champion.
Yeah,
Mathazar. Yeah.
Yeah, Mathazar's wild.
To me, Rob, he's just Mathazar.
It's just Mathazar.
That's why we didn't know who you were talking about. He's just Mathazar.
Oh, God.
He's a champion. Mathazar's the best. Rob reckons he saw Billy Connolly live. Yeah, so Rob has just come in on what George said, so we know, yeah. Yeah, he's...
You are awesome. I love that.
You are... That was the best. All right, so we've had a few... Kristen Wiig, she's on Saturday Night. She's hilarious too. Yeah, she's funny. She's like weird, does things with Melissa McCarthy and that. She's
Oh, does she? Okay.
she's funny. Melissa McCarthy's the best, man. I'm
Melissa
telling you
McCarthy.
guys. Gotta
I
get
like
up with
her.
her.
Yeah, she's cool.
So funny, man.
She's
She's
cool.
in a movie with Bill Burr. Bill Burr plays her brother
Oh really?
in the movie with Sandra Bullock. I forget the name, where she's a cop from Boston, and
Okay.
Bill Burr's like her brother.
Yeah.
It's the one that George loves. It's like what's that line he says? It's like, yeah, it's Bill Burr's in it. It's like, he plays Melissa McCarthy's brother. It's
Yeah.
like, it's funny as. But yeah, all right. So we've had a few
A few questions. I think.
suggestions, questions. People
Well
getting
done.
it. Obviously, but we've said it's. Oh, there you go. Another one. Seen him. The Heat. George said that's the one. The Heat. Good movie. With Melissa. It was one of her first ones. So what we've got from this is. We've said we've got to get Robin for a guest star.
Get Robin
It'd be
and
good to hear all his.
He
JFK
thinks
stuff.
we've got. I love to just hear his JFK stuff.
Yeah, that's
so.
awesome.
yeah. Can't
All right,
wait.
guys. So,
I just can't wait for the wrestling podcast coming out.
oh my god, the wrestling one's going to
That's
be
gonna
good.
be fun.
He's going to talk
Yeah.
about. He's going to talk about CM drunk.
See him drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk a bit of this, bit of that.
So, can I ask you? Are you just going to talk about AEW, or is there going to be?
No, it's gonna be like what's happening in the world of wrestling.
Yeah, we got to officially formalize it.
Yeah, whatever.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the new
Yeah.
year will start. I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, the new year, and then maybe like just before
Oh yeah, that
WrestleMania,
is
like
hilarious.
Yeah. that'd be
the
cool.
after
Oh,
the
actually-
Raw.
I think we got to do a WrestleMania watch along. I'll be in on that too.
Yeah,
WrestleMania
yeah,
watch
we will.
along would be the best.
Yeah.
So the Royal Rumble, and then after like the lead up to WrestleMania, I reckon
Yeah.
we have to start then
Yeah.
for sure. So guys,
So like, is Hacksaw Jim Duggan still wrestling?
is he still alive?
I don't know.
See, I'm actually showing, so it never show how much I know about wrestling.
You know a bit about wrestling.
I know a lot about wrestling.
Yeah, you
It's
know.
just I don't watch the new, but I know a
No, but
lot
you-
about the old.
you keep up
wrestling.
to date
Yeah, I
with
do.
it.
I try to keep up to date with it. I just don't watch it as much. I just keep up to date what's happening.
No, I'm excited.
But I was really into it young, full Attitude Era, and because my uncle loved it, I was like, knew about it. Like this going back to Bruno Sammartino, all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Rob's saying,
cool.
are we going to wrestle while you deliver the podcast?
well, we're going to give George the Laws of Jericho. Chris is going to give someone a choke slam.
You can put me all the way to the
I
ceiling.
reckon
Down if you want.
Lucas's move has to be the 619.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair.
lightweight,
That's
just
fair.
619, you got to do that. You know what I mean?
Or a
So-
swanton bomb. just
oh my God, Swanton Bomb be the best.
You know, it's really interesting times. in
George
wrestling.
says, does the winner of the Royal Rumble still get a title shot?
Yes.
Yes, they do. They do, but they can pick which title as well because there's 2 titles now.
Yeah. So they can pick. Well, that's been for a while though, because I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Batista picked. Remember with the whole Triple
Yeah,
H thing?
yeah,
He was
yeah,
like,
Yeah, that's right.
That's been
Yeah,
going on for ages. That's
Yeah.
over. That's 2005, I think.
yeah. So it depends which one they want.
Actually, there's a
That was
good
when
interview
Ric
that
Flair-
came up.
Good.
Sorry, with
No, go.
Paul Heyman and Ariel Helwani came up yesterday, I think, or the day before. Goes for like nearly an hour.
Do you
Really?
know the interviews?
Yeah.
The ones
Paul
with-
Heyman.
It's
No,
good.
you know the
Like,
ones
it's a bit
that-
of bullshit, but it's good
the
overall.
interviews when they get them, Paul Heyman and Bischoff and that are the best ones.
Yeah,
Because they were like
Yeah,
doing things in
have so much
WCW and that
knowledge.
they know so much.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when they actually now that Stone Cold's got a podcast and he talks to them, like, they're the best because he
Yeah.
gets them on a real level.
Yeah,
It's awesome. I love
yeah, it's
Those
good. They
interviews.
talk about a whole range of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like half in character, half not.
Mm,
You know, it's like but it's good.
Paul Heyman. He's probably one of the best voices and best he could tell you some awesome stories.
Is,
Yeah.
is Cyrix
Yeah, I
paying,
love it.
is Cyrix
Yeah.
paying you out because of Grand Prix? You missed a C.
Is that Daniel Ricciardo? I've been told by a couple of people when I on
Nah,
stream.
I don't think.
I've been told by a couple of people on stream that it's Daniel Ricciardo.
You do a little bit.
Is
You
it?
reckon?
Are you saying,
Yeah.
are you saying it's my nose? Is that what you're trying to say? Got
Maybe it's a
Dave's nose.
smile. You do smile. Daniel Ricciardo, listen, he's one bloke that
He's the best.
even when it looks like he could get shot and he's smiling.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's like that guy. He's just so. It's an infectious smile, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it
he's cool.
Yeah.
So
Hey, have you guys been to a live wrestling show? They would
Yes.
Dude, I used to do wrestling.
yeah, Chris did used to wrestle
I
Rob.
was
But
the Spartan. Back
me
in
and
the day.
George went to one here, and it was when Batista was actually Edge was champion. Batista was, they never won it on the shows here, but Batista
Yeah.
ended up winning it at whatever the next
Oh yeah.
main event was. But we saw Kane like, it was
George
good
was saying that they had Jake the Snake and Undertaker at Joe Rogan's podcast, so we're going to be doing similar stuff. I reckon, like,
Yeah, the
With Lucas-
Undertaker on Joe Rogan is
well,
awesome.
because I know a lot of
Undertaker
ex-
was good on Stone Cold too.
because I know a lot of Aussie wrestlers. Maybe we can get some on the podcast.
That'd be
Chris
cool.
has a friend that he was recently with WWE. He just got let
NXT.
go,
Yeah.
and he used to wrestle with him. What's his name?
His name was Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
In NXT now. His
Huge,
name's
big guy.
Jonah
Jonah,
Reed.
yeah.
Jonah Rock.
He's from around the corner. He lives
Yeah.
around the corner.
Black Forest. When they say, when they entrance and they
Yeah.
go from Black Forest, South Australia.
Yeah.
Oh no shit. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Jets
pretty
is
cool.
saying you do, man. Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo.
you
Well,
go.
I've been told by, I think 2 people on stream have said it looked like Daniel Ricciardo.
Well, listen, Rob started it. I got given a lookalike for everyone. That's where my nickname Kun came from, that I look like Kun Aguero. So right now with the beard, I probably don't. But Rob actually started it, and then John went with it. George, everyone started calling me Kun. That was
Yeah.
my nickname after that.
Okay.
But Rob's the one that actually started that.
We
that
could
lookalike.
be.
But it's because if I shave,
Yeah.
I'll shave, and then I'll show you. When I shave my beard, it's Kun Aguero, man. So
All right, guys. Well, I reckon
we can just keep talking all
we
night.
can-
So we better say goodbye.
I'm going to get going anyway.
Yeah, so we better say
We
goodbye.
we
So
can still talk all night if you guys want.
It was.
but,
thank
I
you
might
so
leave.
much for everyone that came. Oh wait, we'll say. Yeah, Lucas Corporate. Tony did get us tickets, and he fell asleep at
I
the
remember-
WrestleMania show.
Yeah, he told me that ages
That's
ago.
true. So
Oh, man.
yeah, back on that, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Like,
Thanks, guys.
like we said, wherever
Thanks,
you're
guys.
from, Reborn, obviously we know is overseas. People, wherever you're from watching, thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys coming over.
Yeah, it was great.
Subscribe,
Check it out.
guys, if you
Yeah,
haven't.
please like, share, subscribe,
Go-
get
go-
everyone on board, and like
get-
we said,
And
the
then
giveaway.
go over to our Instagram page and make sure you follow us, and then
Yeah.
you're in the running to win the giveaway prizes.
Oh,
Come on, Dobby.
Also,
what do you
guys,
mean?
Leave it just to my streams, alright? I have to bring it over here.
What do you mean? Why would that be a? Listen, I told you. Anyone who's seen that Top Gear episode,
Yeah, I know, that's
if
cool.
you know, you know, because in the same car, Daniel Ricciardo got a quicker time than
Yeah.
anyone.
No, Dobby just likes to give me shit.
That's all right.
It's alright.
Also, guys, check out our merch as well. Guys.
Dobster, what does he play?
He plays the.
I'm only joking.
No.
Dobster's cool, man. I love him. He's a nice guy. C.S. Lewis. My son lives in Canada, worships UFC. Is there a UFC training camp in Canada? I'm sure there would be.
C.S. Lewis. So you write the Narnia books, yeah?
Oh, I got Narnia books. That's the guy from. Oh my god, I love C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis, please, please, like if you're new, please subscribe. It's we're about to leave. Sorry if you came in late, but I'm sure there would be a UFC training camp in Canada. There would
have to be.
There would have to be.
Have
There
to
would
be.
have to be. What I would say is, listen, I know from a bit of history about it that the thing I would say for him to do is just go to a gym and start training. That's what it is. Go to any gym, start training, anything. If it's boxing,
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't have to be UFC
No, it
training
doesn't.
camp because UFC is all fighting. And like here, I know people that were boxers, kickboxers, and they became MMA fighters.
Yeah,
like, like,
There would be gyms everywhere.
And even now, like, they're just
mate.
specialized MMA
yeah, that's right.
things anyway.
I would
So
say just,
the
yeah.
last, like, 6-7 years.
I'll play Refund Simulator. That's the best simulator ever.
He actually does.
That's a
He
good one.
buys games. If he doesn't like it within 2 hours, he just refunds it.
That's the best. You know the problem is when you buy a game, that's why the PSN and that, and they know that, because if you buy it online, you can't get a refund if you hate it.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
But-
that's a good
Jess
advice.
is saying Ricardo doesn't look bad, man. See?
Yeah, no, it's a good bloke.
Nah, Gio says-
He's a good lad.
Gio goes train wrestling or jiu-jitsu or kickboxing first. So that's good advice.
Yeah, listen, sorry on that. Like the best fighter I know was someone I met through. We've known him for a long time. He's actually my coach through soccer. Like he was a boxer, and
Yeah.
I mean he's in his 50s now, and he's the fittest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, boxing. I mean,
no, he would fight anything. Like this guy
Yeah.
was, and so yeah, get onto that and
C.S. Lewis
Yeah.
as well.
Weird
What's your
Land
next-
Stays High, Canada. Welcome, C.S. Lewis. Yeah. C.S. Lewis, yeah, it was great to have you on. Chris, what's the question? You want to ask C.S. Lewis?
What's the next Narnia book?
What's the next Narnia book? There you go.
Yeah. Is it going to be a sequel? It's been
Is
a
there
while.
going to be a sequel?
There
There you go. C.S. Lewis, you seem like a new person in. Yeah, please like, share, subscribe, comment,
Comment.
all that jazzy stuff that we like to say. You name it.
You name it.
Got to do it. You name it.
And go check out our merch.
Yeah, please check out our merch, everything that supports the channel. But yeah, we're about to leave now. So, any last words, boys?
All I can say is stay hunky and
Apex Predator.
and yeah, look out for the crypto markets this week, guys. It's could go crazy.
Could go crazy. Which direction you saying?
I reckon we're gonna go up.
So you're saying to buy now?
Look, if you can afford it, look at the
Listen, I want a stone cold answer. You're saying buy now?
buy now, but buy the don't buy stuff that's
You know that's not a stone cold answer. Ask me the same question.
What'd you buy now?
What?
What? I like it. Yeah, that's still
All
happens.
before that's the best. All before 17, C.S. Lewis, sir.
That's provisional gold BJJ. Okay, 83 medals, 6 trophies, and 1 trophy. Okay.
Has junior boxing professional champion,
Wow.
83 medals, 6 trophies, and 1 trophy.
Swords.
Mate, tell you what, he's already a MMA champion.
That's license winner. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Can you
Send us
send that to us? Can you direct link that to us so we can check that out? That'd be great.
C.S. Lewis as well.
Yeah, Reborn is saying what? Like, yeah. Can you direct link that to us? It'd be great. We'll love to check that out.
Reborn wants to check it out.
We'll go check it. Yeah, maybe you can do it in the chat quickly before we leave.
Can you send a link through the chat?
I think you can. Yeah, remember you getting upset at me at Crypto Banter because I was
Yeah, you were.
I was linking our channel and
You were
he
spamming.
was like,
them.
"Don't do it, man. They're going to cancel." I said, "They're going to cancel. They're going to ban me, not you." Yeah, if you can link that in the chat quickly before we go, do so. C.S. Lewis. What does the C stand for?
Christopher.
What does the S stand for?
Sick cunt.
You're a winner with us, C.S. Lewis.
Uh,
Hopefully you're back on the next podcast. We love it. Hopefully he links it quickly.
Hopefully it links it to.
Oh well,
We should be able to put it on the outro anyway.
yeah, you can. If it doesn't come in if you can't link it into the chat, C.S. Lewis, please go
Oh,
link it in the comments.
all right. We'll go.
No worries, man. Go put it in the if you can't link it in the chat, just link it in the comments. But yeah,
Yeah, link it in the comments.
yeah, put it in the comments. Write a comment. We love comments. That's us out though, isn't it, boys?
That's a wrap, guys.
That's a wrap.
See you later, guys.
Take care,
Lovely to
guys.
have you with
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you so much.